Yo, 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 what up, everybody? Peace. It's your girl, Rada Creator again. The realest reader you will ever know, the spiritual detective, all that good shit. So today I wanted to, again, I'm back again. Greetings again. I wanted to focus this live on Shanquella Robinson, the Shanquella Robinson case, how it is not making any forward progress. Um, I'm not doing it for ratings. I'm doing it so somebody could get the ball rolling. That's what I'm on. So excuse my voice because I woke up not too long ago, so my voice didn't even get back into orbit. But um, so I wanted to focus on her because so the last update I did was probably a few days ago, at the most a week ago. So we were in a place where the Mexican authorities, as usual, keep saying that they did all they can do and that their investigation is complete and they're waiting for um Shanquella for the FBI on American side to extradite these people to be arrested. It's lies. I don't believe it. But and that they finally did the proper paperwork. Finally, 4 or 5 months later, I'm not believing that shit. But let me say this. So now that they're saying that's what they're doing, I wish they would show the proof that that is where they're at, so that we can know who we need to blame. Do we need to blame the Mexican authorities or do we need to blame the FBI? But now you've seen the thumbnail. The title is the family attorney for Shanquella Robinson um, blames the FBI for not doing enough to see that she gets justice. So they've been begging and pleading with Biden, but I'm not sure that justice is going to be served. Hey, Josh, how are you? So I'm not sure that justice is going to be served on her behalf because everybody keeps dragging their feet. It's always never important when it's one of us, the melanated community. So anyway, um, this is where we're at with this case. So the Mexican authorities is pointing the finger at the American authorities, and American authorities are in turn pointing the finger at the Mexican authorities. And the Mexican authorities are saying that they're waiting on them for extradition. But the um, did I say that right? The Mexican authorities are saying that they're waiting for extradition to be granted, but the American authorities are saying, "Hey, so um, the American authorities are um, saying uh, that they feel like the Mexican authorities are um, are dragging their feet and that they already supposedly had did this but never did this. It's like everybody's pointing and we're just still at a standstill playing Ring Around the Rosie, but nobody's fucking doing nothing. So I had did a piece on this saying the degrees of everybody blaming each other. Let's stop with the bullshit and let's just continue to move forward. We were hoping that the American authorities um, could actually ask for it to be in their jurisdiction. Just keep the case in their jurisdiction so that we could see, so we can actually see some justice be done. But it seems like the American authorities do not give a fuck about justice for her either. Like they are not even um, bothering the case. They're not even doing anything. Like they're not even requesting this be moved to their jurisdiction. They're not requesting that they handle this case or anything like that. Then the Mexican authorities are making up all these lies, which I already told y'all from the beginning. I never believed it. I never believed anything they were saying because and down to the doctor. I don't believe no doctor came to see about Shanquella and give her no damn IV. If she was deceased, why the fuck would you be giving her an IV? What sense does that make? So I believe that all of that was a lie to try to cover the villa's responsibility. I think at the most it was like housekeeping or somebody that came in and discovered Shanquella's body. I don't even believe that her friends were there when whoever came and discovered her. I believe they ran. because that's everybody's worst fear is to be in Mexican jail. So I believe they ran and they already were on the plane or in another hotel when if they did call, because I'm not even sure that they called. I just don't know. All of it sounds so fucking shady and it's so sad because the most beautiful person of the bunch is the one who lost her life. So I don't believe it was no doctor that came. I believe this person never existed. They put in the paper that it was somebody from the authority. What did they say? They said uh, uh, uh I forgot her name is Caroline something, but from the Doctors Medical Associations or some shit, right? So I went and fact checked the association that they was trying to say that somebody was from, and nobody is from that. So it's not a real organization. So this is the type of bullshit games we're playing. Like this, and they're telling now the Americans that the woman doesn't work there any longer and she stopped working. No, there was never no woman working there. That is a fake alias name that they just made up to make it look like they did something to try to help save Shanquella when they never did. So this is the type of shit we're facing when it comes to them. So um I don't know what's gonna go on with it, but long story short, a week later, they are still begging for justice. The attorneys of Shanquella's, representing Shanquella's family, are still begging the U.S. to step in and do something and ensure that Shanquella gets justice. And this is horrible that in this day and age, like it just was a week ago that I just reported this, but nothing has been done since. I don't even know if Joe Biden showed up for this. Like, I don't know. I know they were supposed to be meeting with somebody in DC about this. I don't know if he actually did, and if he did, what did he do? Just hold hands with the black people and act like you praying, and that's what we call justice. Like, I'm just so sick of all these federal organizations pretending that they are doing something, just collecting federal dollars. We just collecting taxpayers' dollars for not doing a goddamn thing except what y'all want to do, except stupid shit like undercover operation to spy on this person over here in this country. No, we pay y'all for more than that. And I feel like they do what they want to do because nobody fucking checks them and nobody checks over them or checks after them. So that's where I'm at with it. That's how I feel about it. So um I don't know. I just wanted to come and talk about how I feel about this whole dragging of the feet of Shanquella Robinson's case. It is 5 months later. This happened on October the 29th. It happened on October the 29th. And what is this? October, November, December, January, February, March. Yeah, 5 months ago. 5 months ago. And we still have not gotten one move on the behalf of authorities, whether it's fucking Mexico or the US. And this is the bullshit I'm talking about. Now, let this have been any other race. They would have been running around in circles. Couldn't do nothing fast enough. Like deputy dogs. But this is how the fuck they treat us. So I just feel some type of way about it. Um, I'm irked about the lack of care for justice for Shanquella. This is the type of bullshit. And I'm not on no shit where I'm talking about the suspects no more because ain't nobody been deemed no goddamn suspect. Cause ain't nobody been extradited to Mexico. Ain't no warrants really been. I ain't seen no warrants been issued. I don't know. I just don't trust none of them. And I just feel like they could care less because it's not their child. If it was one of these Caucasian people's child, maybe they would have a different outlook, you know? Maybe they would really actually try to get justice. But because it's one of our melanated children, of course we're not gonna get no fucking justice. Like this is ridiculous. And they got Ben Crump. I don't know. I don't want to speak badly about anybody who tries to fight for us, but I don't trust that man. He don't give a shit. Long as if he's not getting paid for the situation, I don't believe he gives a shit. I don't believe that he's gonna try to get justice for her if he's not involved in getting some type of money. or compensation when you got as much money as you could fucking think of. But yeah, and he keeps making it sound like you fighting for justice for our people, but you making billions hands over fist. You know what I mean? So I just don't trust that man. I just don't like. I don't know. And I don't like. Truth be told, I don't trust Tamika Mallory as well because she has lost a passion for um people and also spent 5 million of that of those money the money that was donated. You know how Caucasian people do. If they see a cause and they want to support it, they'll throw money at it. So they'll go and donate money. Hold up. But including Kanye, he did the same thing. He gave $2 million to Black Lives Matter with the bullshit. Or that's what he said. That's what the motherfucker said. But you know how a Caucasian people try to do? They just try to throw money at a problem or whatever. And so and in the midst of people throwing money at the Black Lives Matter in 2020 when the pandemic was going on about George Floyd or whatever, and about before that and about Michael Brown and all of them, she used 5 million of that to buy her a nice beautiful house. So I don't I don't respect her. I don't believe her. I don't no, I don't believe she should profit and win off of black people's pain. I don't fucking believe that. And I don't support shit like that. And no, like I can see you being okay in the world, but when you start buying $5 million houses, when 5 million of that could have went to any of our people that have not gotten justice that we supposed to be fighting for, I don't support shit like that. So um but these are the people that are so I can't be mad at them because these are the only people that are standing by Shanquella Robinson's family, but it's for ulterior motives. Let me say that. It's for ulterior motives. I don't trust people with ulterior motives. So hopefully I don't know who is gonna finally make a move and act like they give a fuck about Shanquella. I don't you know what I would like to say to y'all? Let's get them justice for Shanquella in the chat. Let's get them in the chat, people. Cause man, I just feel some type of way. I don't know how I can contribute. I don't know what more we could do as a people to try to get some type of justice because neither side gives a fuck. Like the US don't give a fuck, the US authorities don't give a fuck, and the Mexican authorities don't give a fuck. And it's just um irking to my whole entire soul. Like, and I know everybody ain't on board with me, but yo, I have many conversations with this beautiful young lady, and it's so sad that this is what it's come to. As a matter of fact, she made this the subject for tonight, actually. And I was like, oh, is something else going on? And she said, yeah, I went to go check. It is no forward progress from the week ago when I did the goddamn piece on her about somebody supposed to make a move that U.S. authorities supposed to step in and put into their jurisdiction. But no, they didn't. Of course they wouldn't. You know, when they look like us, we don't get no motherfucking progress. We don't get no justice. That's how it always go. That's the story of our fucking life. Like, yo, excuse me if I cry, but I feel some type of way about it. And so uh, so I don't know if I'm gonna move on to another subject or if I'm gonna keep on griping about this because it's just crazy. It's like I be looking around YouTube. It's just people on there just trying to get a click in the fucking view off of Shanquella's life and her death. It's just people like, oh, and what's happening next in the Shanquella? Ain't nothing fucking happening next. Why don't y'all do something about that instead of keep posting shit about her and making up false ass fucking stories about that? Why don't y'all do that instead of keep trying to get a click in the goddamn view? Like, I can't stand that shit about this YouTube world. They don't give a shit about nobody, especially the true crime community. They don't really give a shit about nobody. They just give a fuck about a click and a view, and they're happy as long as they getting paid off of the thing. Like, no, like these are people's lives that have been lost. These are people's uh, justice have been robbed, that have been robbed of justice. And it's just not right. It's just so sad. And I don't know. I don't know when justice is gonna be served for her. I don't know if justice is going to be served for her. But I tell you one thing, her family ain't giving up no time soon. Okay? And any way I could be a support, I will try to do. And but it's not enough. I'm all the way somewhere else and they all the way over there. Like it's just it's just sad. It's just sad. And I feel like this young lady deserved way more than that, especially being the accomplished, beautiful businesswoman, multi-businesswoman that she was. She had about four businesses. I don't even know if I can remember now, but let me run them down. So she had a hair braiding business. She had a child hair braiding business. She had she employed models for her boutique of what she managed. She owned a boutique. She had a boutique, and she was a shopper for so yeah, she owned a boutique. She was a shopper for her boutique, and then she employed models to model in her boutique. And then on top of that, she actually employed that ugly bitch, what the fuck is her name? Dejanay. I should call her just like Nancy Grace did that bitch. Dejani Jackson. That bitch. She employed her ugly ass, knowing that bitch like she got beat in the face with a bag of bricks. That bitch is not pretty on her best day. Okay? And that is some real friendship. She fucking high. Yeah, see, everybody is under the impression that the only friend that Shanquella had on that trip was Khalil. No. All of these people went to school together. Okay? And and this girl, she was actually close friends. She actually had some type of um not investment, but stake in Quella's business, because Quella really, this really was her friend at a point in her life, or something. Like she was trying to do big shit for not just her own self, but for this ugly bitch. And the thing she get is to be murdered because you jealous and you mad because you never was you never was as successful as Quella. So you mad now and you beats her to death. Not just her, because don't let's not forget about that goddamn Winter Donovan. That bitch really did slam her. I believe Daddy when he say that. He ain't never went back and changed the story. So he know what the fuck he talking about. Unless he would have came out and said so. He would have came out and said, "Oh guys, I said the wrong name. I meant Dejanay Jackson." No, no. He know what he talking about. He know exactly what he talking about. Like, and so Winter Donovan, and if you listen to when the bitch was talking, Winter Donovan, she was like uh she was like, well, how we do it is when our friends fall out, we let them fight it out. First of all, where y'all do that at? Like, if you my friend, I'm not trying to fight you at all. That's what I'm not gonna fucking do. I'll walk away from you and never say a fucking word to you faster than fighting you. If you my friend, if you're my friend, I'm not fighting you. For what? So, um, it was something I wanted to say about Deja Nate bitch ass. Oh, winner. So when the bitch was talking on this thing that everybody say, and everybody's like, how you know that's her? That's her. That's the bitch. But anyway, so she well, that's what I think personally. So, but she was like, um, you didn't see me fighting Quella in that video. Funny choice of words, bitch. Cause see, I'm like a spiritual detective. So when you talking to me, you got to be careful what the fuck you saying to me, because I see beneath what you're saying, in between the lines to the shit that you're not saying. So to the intent that is behind what you're not saying or what you are saying. So so what I heard when the bitch said that, first of all, she's saying you didn't catch me fighting her, but I was fighting her. Okay. And then she said, you didn't see me fighting Quella on that video. Yeah, you didn't see her fighting Quella on that video, but she was fighting Quella. It just wasn't caught on the goddamn video. And just for the record, the bitch that was recording was Elise Hyatt, or Alyssa, whatever the fuck her name is. I think it's Elise Hyatt. It was that bitch, the one that got caught going to her Benz, living her life, going on with her life. The one that on a day that her sister died, she could think of nothing more but going on goddamn vacation, filling in her sister's spot because her sister was supposed to be going with them. She couldn't think of nothing more than filling in her sister's spot to go on vacation on a day that her sister was brutally murdered. Ain't that some shit, y'all? This is the type of people we was dealing with. And all of these people was medical majors. And I told y'all that from day fucking one. When I first heard about this, what I didn't know was that they was medical majors. But I said, um, what is that fucking man name? Nazir. I said Nazir tried to save Quella because when you put somebody, it was something about the position that he put her on, I think on her side. And I said, that's the recovery position medically. So he tried to save her. Why he's leaving that out, I don't fucking know. But I knew that he tried to save her and that he tried to do CPR on her or something of that nature, but he just didn't say it in the video. I don't know why he didn't say it in the video. But yes, I knew he did because that's the recovery position. If you called the ambulance and some shit was going on, they would tell you that, ma'am, put her in the, or sir, put her in the recovery position on her side and da 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 da. And that's what he was saying. Whatever he was saying this stuff like a medical professional. Little did I know that all of them were studied the medical field. All of them were medical majors in college. All of them. So all of y'all medical majors and nobody could save Quella because nobody gave a fuck about saving Quella. And what I think is when Nazir got there, Quella was deceased. It was nothing he could fucking do for her. It was nothing, but he tried. But he tried. I will say that. He did try, which is more than I could say for the rest of them bastards. He did try. So, and that's why I ain't jump. Well, that's not the only reason why I ain't jump on Nazir like everybody else jumped on Nazir. The reason why I ain't jump on Nazir like everybody else jumped on Nazir is because Quella told me not to jump on Nazir like everybody else jumping on Nazir because he was the only one that tried to save her. That was her reality, and she told me that. Like, so I don't give a shit who believe and who don't, but that's what she told me. So I'm not gonna jump on the man if she don't want me to jump on the man. She felt like at least he tried to save her, which is more than she could say for the rest of them bitches. Okay, and when I say bitches, I don't just mean the females. So, but even though he ain't totally do right either, he didn't totally do right. He uh he left her just like the rest of them. He left her just like the rest of them. I don't know if no nurse came. Let me ask her, Quella, did a nurse come? A nurse did come. No. Wait. Oh, she could be talking about them. Like I said, they was medical majors. So they all was like fucking nurses and shit. Like all of them. So wait a minute. Let me clear that up. Let me clear that up. Did a nurse did a nurse come from uh from like an ambulance or anything of that nature from the hotel or whatever to come tend to you? No. No. So, like I said, ain't no motherfucking nurse come. This person, all of a sudden, Caroline, whatever her fucking name is, from the Doctors Medical Associations and all this bullshit that I looked up the company that never existed. The shit does not exist. I noticed that when I first read the shit because it was, I don't know, it was just oddly stated where I didn't think this was a real organization. So I just fact checked it, and it was not a real organization. It was an organization that was something like that they said, but that's not the organization that was written in the article as far as who this lady supposedly belonged to. This doctor that never fucking appeared. And I said that from the beginning. The only person that I believe from medical staff of any, I'm not talking about the people that was there. The only person that came from medical staff was a coroner. Okay, that's what I believe. Okay, and I believe that a hotel staff person came and discovered Quella because the rest of them left. Let me ask you that. Is that true, sweetheart? Did a person from the hotel? Yeah. Was your friend, your so-called fake ass friends gone? Yeah, they was gone. They left her. That's what the fuck was going on. And I knew that. I just knew it because of the way they was trying to get $5,000 out the goddamn mom. Talking about they need $5,000 to give medical. Let me say that. I tried to say this on 54 Keys when I first was on board with her shit. I mean, I'm not trying to come at her enough, but when I was first on board on her show or whatever, when I tried to say that in the chat, medical coverage is free in Mexico. You get free medical care. So ain't nobody need no goddamn $5,000 from nobody's parents. Okay? So that's bullshit. For sure, for sure. That's big bullshit. And you can go look it up. Look up, does Mexico have free medical care or health care? And it will say yes. Okay? They're not gonna just charge Americans. That don't make no goddamn sense. If everybody else get free. So right, exactly. Exactly. Somebody said yes, but exactly. Somebody strong said yes. But yeah. So I tried to tell 54 Keys that when I was on board on that in the beginning or whatever. But yeah. So it's a lot of bullshit and a lot of lies and a lot of cover-ups and a lot of deception in this case. So who really cares for her? That's what I want to know. Who who really cares for her? Like both sides is failing Shankwella. It's failing justice for Shankwella. America and fucking Mexico. And my thing is, let's stop the stupid ass childish bickering. Like, no, she did it. She did it. Oh, she did it. She did it. Like finger poking. Let's stop that stupid shit and let's get some action going. Come on with the dumb shit. Let's get some action going. I'm so like sick of them. And I just was, you know what's wild? Earlier today, I just went because I'm trying to use up all my uh hours because I don't know, I'm a cheap person like that. I be trying to use up all my live hours or whatever. So um I forgot what I was about to say about that. Oh, I was trying to use my so I went live earlier today and I was doing a live and I was talking about how or was it yesterday? I don't remember. But anyway, I was talking about how these organizations don't give a fuck about nobody. Like I done tried to give tip after whatever, trying to get other people justice because of my gifts, because of the things that I know, because I've been divinely blessed to know certain shit. Um, I've been trying to get these people justice, and most of the time I try to present some real life facts because I know people is too stuck up to actually believe that, oh, a person can have spiritual gifts when that's exactly what a profiler is. A profiler is a fucking reader. A profiler is a reader because they don't have no facts. They just got whatever is given to them and then they form their opinion. And then they're wrong, they're right 70% of the time. And that's a successful profiler. Well, I'm a spiritual goddess. I don't mean to just brag on myself, but but I'm a spiritual goddess and I'm right, I want to say 80% of the time, which is more than you could say for a fucking profiler, but they won't listen to what the fuck I got to say because I don't got a title in front of my shit. And the FBI hire these profilers to be right 70% of the time, guessing. But yeah, they would never give me a second fucking look. But I'll be trying to go to these organizations with the information that I know, with the information that God be feeding to me, with the information that they be feeding to me, because I believe that they look over me when I'm asleep. I really do. I believe they watch over me when I'm asleep. I don't know if it's because I be trying to get them justice. They trying to return the favor to look over me, to protect me while I'm not conscious or whatever. But when they near me, I pick up on their energy and I dream about things that's linked to the people that are actually watching over me. Cause that's the only thing that would explain why I be dreaming these things that I be dreaming. And I'll be like looking into their life about what's going on with them. So and they be telling me certain things that other people don't know. So when I go try to share this with people and try to um do this to get justice for these people, they don't even check into the shit. It's numerous tips that I didn't gave, and guess what they all say? Your tip was not needed. Thank you. That means they didn't even fucking take a look at it. That's what it means. They didn't even take a look at it, including Summer, little 5-year-old Summer. Like, yes. And I had physical proof. It was enough to get that. that shady, jealous, ugly ass moose face bitch locked up for what she did to her daughter. It was enough, and it was physical evidence, okay, that they had in their possession, but they that lazy and that shady that they did not even look. They told me my tip was not needed or didn't pan out to anything. Thank you. And this is the shit they do. And they get our federal dollars. They get our taxpayer dollars. They get government funding. They get all this shit to run these organizations and they don't do shit. And that's my problem. That's my problem with all of them. Somebody else got a problem with that too. Y'all hear that? They like, yeah. Who said that? My ancestors. Yeah. Yo. But it's so discouraging and it's so sad. And my bigger goal, my bigger hope is that somehow, some way, because they tell me I'm going to be very successful right here. I just wish it would hurry up and speed up, okay? Because I ain't trying to be struggling. I ain't trying to go through the struggle part. But but um, I hope to one day make an organization where um like we are the force. We are the force. We are the ones who are making sure this shit is investigated. Like overseeing these motherfuckers that ain't doing shit, that's getting government funding for not doing shit. Like I'ma call all of them out. Like the FBI, they don't take no goddamn tips. I just watched something the other day. Let's be real. So I just watched something the other day. I don't even watch him, but I just watched Ratchet the other day. He might have been on some clout chasing shit, but I don't really give a fuck. I watched him the other day try to call the FBI to tip them off on J Prince Singer um um having possession of the police paperwork in the middle of an investigation, in the middle of an open case, where he got all the people that's involved, fucking addresses and phone numbers and locations and shit like that. And how did he get access to that when this is an open investigation at this fucking time? Right? So he tried to call the Houston PD first, right? Right? So then they said, "Oh well, sir, we can't talk about it because it's an open investigation." You're like, "I know that, and I'm trying to complain because how did these people that should be under investigation for his death get this? And how did they get access to the shit?" So, sir, we can't talk about that because it's an open investigation. Now you just want to say the stupid shit, but you ain't stop. That ain't stop y'all from giving that man, handing that man over that fucking paperwork, because like I said, he got Houston on lock. Okay. So then he went and called somebody else. He went and called another, I don't even remember, but they kept leading him to somewhere else. So he tried to call the FBI. That motherfucker was on there for about 30 minutes. He was on his live for like 30 minutes trying to get through to the goddamn FBI, because this the type of shit they be doing. They don't give a fuck. And they get government funding to keep going and not do shit. So this is the type of stuff I'm talking about. So yeah. So I just, that's just an example of how they don't do shit and don't give a fuck about shit. They want you to wait online. They want you to wait on and then they keep trying to direct you, because I know, trust me, I know, because I'll be trying to get justice for these people, for these souls that need justice and need closure. So then they try to push you the whole time to making an online tip. But if you make an online tip, the motherfucker's just gonna say, your tip, thank you, and your tip was not needed, or it didn't pan out. Thank you. And that's the fuck it. So what do you do when you face with these type of organizations, and that's the only motherfuckers that's supposed to be trying to get justice, but they ain't getting justice for nobody? Not one person. Not one person that I gave information to, information on, or something that could help them get justice. Not one time have they called back and said, thank you. This has panned out to be this, or this has, right. Not one fucking time. Only one time somebody heard me out. And that would be for uh who everybody else called the Idaho 4. And I was saying that I believe this man that have been going around making his rounds on social media was Brian Kohlberger, the motherfucker that did this to them. And that he was going around online pretending to be like a true crime spectator and trying to putting his little 2 cents in different platforms, but this was really him, just telling all the shit that and trying to stare people different ways away from the investigation. Like, like he was trying to do damage control to try to keep himself from getting caught. And he was like, oh, maybe it's some crazy college kid. He was saying stupid shit like that. And it was really him, I believe. But I told them to make their decision. I told them where they could find it. I told them, you know what I mean, like shit like that. And but also one of the times he actually was talking about this crime, talking about he knows somebody that's close to the investigation, and that or he knew one of the people that's family members of the people that's in the house or whatever. And then he started going into detail about the crime. First he was saying he heard, then that motherfucker got comfortable and just started saying shit. And um he was talking to, I don't know what he was recording on because his laptop wasn't on where you could like see a person or see a, but you could see the reflection of his ass through the off laptop. See, that's the type of bitch I am. I'm a smart motherfucker, okay? So so you could see the reflection of him in the goddamn off laptop. See, so then it really looked like him. Like, so that's why I was like, well, y'all could do y'all FBI shit and pull it up, blow it up and see if that is him because it looked like him to me. Like, you know what I mean? And so that's the only time I felt like they listened to me. I don't know if that was ever, taken into consideration or if it was ever found to be him because something that he was recording on this where you got this from, you could trace back the I forgot what you call that, them 3 letters, the something number, which got to do with where you access the internet at. So they should be able to know whether or not it's him if they trace it back and they trace it back to where it came from. So who knows? But that's the only time that they listen to me. Other than that, you know what I get every time? Your tip was not needed. Thank you. This is the type of bullshit they be on. So that's how I feel about that. So so if like they went to court, investigation is complete, then if judges rule, public transcripts are accessible. But yeah, but Jay Prince, uh, it ain't no fucking. They didn't go to court. Now 6 Dub. You know that he showed up at goddamn Gillian Wallows and said, "Here, read this paperwork and throw it over there to goddamn Gilly." And matter of fact, he told him he can keep the fucking paperwork. He told him that shit. He could keep the paperwork. And he was like, "Oh, you gonna give me this bullshit?" And they joking, ha 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 ha. Yo, that shit is illegal. You're not supposed to have access of the goddamn paperwork when it's an open investigation. And he set up on $1 million worth of game with the goddamn paperwork. How do that work when he run Houston? Like I said, this motherfucker run Houston. This is exactly why I feel like Takeoff is not gonna get no justice in Houston. Like that shit is shady. And that is kind of intimidation tactics too. That's intimidation tactics to first of all be calling Willie Bland, whatever his name is, a snitch or whatever, right? But you sitting up here with the goddamn paperwork. And you also try to steer the investigation to another narrative and try to make it like Willie Bland shot Takeoff when no. But since you did, let's open this box and get your damn son locked up for fucking murder, dumbass. So, yeah, you got to be careful what you do and be careful what you wish for because you might just get it. Okay? You just might get it. Okay? So, that's how I feel about it. But this is the problem with all these organizations. They don't really give a fuck about nobody. They don't care about justice. They not looking for it. He said, here goes the next play. They gonna say that wasn't real paperwork. But but even if it wasn't real paperwork, how did you get all of that? How did you get the fake paperwork? How did you get it? Because it's not supposed to be released to the public in an open investigation. You know what I'm saying? So yes, they be trying it. They be trying it. Yes, and he just gloating at resorts talking about, oh, if I'm locked up, I don't give a fuck about. I hope to see all y'all motherfuckers locked up for all the dirt and snitching y'all done did on people because when it comes to that man, oh, this is one of the informations that I have fed because when I was beefing with somebody, one of the people that stole my content, two of the people that stole my content, because it's two of them on one platform. So when I was beefing with them two, um, I forgot what I was about to say. Damn, I got all worked up. Look, what was I about to say about? Oh, I was spoon feeding them information to make them successful, and then they gonna turn around and steal from me. Like I ain't like that shit. That showed the type of snakes that exist in YouTube. That's the type of snakes that exist here. So, but like, yo, I was spoon from feed them information like that according to Suge Knight, he would say that Jay Prince Sr. is a snitch. That's what he would say. And because they all three, Suge Knight, uh Jay Prince Sr., and Irv Gotti from Murder Inc. at the time, the highly successful at the time, all got together and decided to start a distribution company because that's where the real money be at. So they all got together and decided to do a distribution company. So they all was like, talking on the phone or whatever, having meetings about this and what moves they trying to make. So they decided to make it official and come together in this business meeting where they all come together and officially, like face to face and probably paperwork, trading, all that type of shit, putting their names on this paper and making it official or whatever. As soon as they had this first fucking meeting, next thing you know, Suge Knight gets arrested, taken down for death row. Now all of a sudden everybody's just gung ho on death row. Now this is when Suge Knight first got quote unquote captured and taken down for death row, and then Irv Gotti was arrested as well and said that his Murder Inc. Records was a criminal organization. The same shit they doing to everybody right now with this RICO bullshit. When you could say that for Rap A Lot Records, right? Can't you say that? All these years, can't you say that? Cause I damn sure see the people that y'all said then took out Takeoff, even though I don't even believe that's the right person. But since y'all fucking running with this narrative, the person that supposedly took out Takeoff, who they trying to say is DJ Pat, this motherfucker had on a goddamn yellow hoodie, they gang colors, yellow, okay? Pay attention, stay with me. Had on a yellow hoodie that say Rap A Lot Records, and at the bottom it say Mob Ties. So they are together. They are a conglomerate and they are a criminal organization. And this, especially if it resulted in the death of Takeoff, like y'all spinning this narrative. So yeah, it's like everybody keep trying to play like DJ Pat just this random man that just fucking came off the street and supposedly quote unquote uh got Takeoff. But no, he was Mob Ties and he's Rap A Lot Records. He was posing next to Jay Prince Sr. when he took the picture in his yellow gang color hoodie, and it says Rap A Lot Records, and then it say Mob Ties at the bottom. Yeah, I got a picture of that too. I should have fucking put that up there too. But I was talking about Shanquella today, so. But yeah, mm-hmm. Like you're not fooling me. And if anybody deserves a Rico instead of Sauce Walker for saying something about if Takeoff was with him, this would never happen. Instead of his crew getting hit with a Rico because of that, why isn't this whole family getting hit with a Rico? Because it's definitely documented. It's definitely shown uh the links that all go together. Everybody who is incriminated in this case is linked to motherfucking Mob Ties, and including the victims. The victims were Mob Ties. Like if you want to get into it, Like they claim mob ties. Now, whether they really was fucking with them or not, I don't know. But what I will say is, Quavo said something about crossing the fingers 2 times, which is their logo, which is the picture of the fingers crossed. And I had already said on the previous piece, which I interpret as you're a fucking liar. So if the fingers is crossed, that means you're fucking lying. Okay? So that's what I think of mob ties. Now, then, then on Takeoff's last memory, it says mob ties to the north side. Now, come on now. So this proves that these two individuals thought they was amongst family, an organization that they belong to, but they end up getting taken out. What the fuck? Like this, the shit I'm talking about. I think is ties to it and DJ Pet and Cam and on lower ends. Wait a minute, let me put that up. No, he uh he used to have another name. His name was Six Dub. It's the same name except minus the president. His name was Six Dub D. Oh, it had a D on the end too. Six Dub D Gaming. And then he changed it to President Six Dub. Who knows? He was showboating. You know what I mean? Show it off. But anyway, yo, so yeah, he did used to have a different, but it wasn't that different. It still was just like this name, and then he put the president on it. Um, yeah, it's like what you say. I think it's tier ties to it, right? And DJ Pat and Cam is on the lower ends exactly. Uh, Cam, I believe, was at that function to be a hitter for um Junior. To be a hitter or protection for Junior. Junior uses little man, as Senior calls him, which is little Cam. He uses little man as his street cred. See, these two boys, let me if I break it down, you know me, the reader that I am. If I break it all the way down, these two sons of his, which as I hear, that's not really his sons, but I ain't getting into that. Okay. I heard some type of recording where some man was saying that's not his sons. They not his fucking sons. That's who he was fucking with, sons. But I'm gonna leave that alone. But so these two sons is so eager to be known as street niggas because their dad was a street nigga, right? They so eager to be known as street niggas, they be doing crash out dumb shit and hanging with the wrong motherfuckers and doing stupid shit. Like you can't I don't know. What was the reason for Jazz to be having that fucking gun on that goddamn seat? Like I said, that shit ain't gonna never sit right in my spirit. Like that shit don't make no sense. Yeah. So like that shit don't even make no sense to me. So I believe that oh what you heard me talking about you boo boo? Yeah. That's my YouTube husband, yo. Yeah, I mean, that's my YouTube husband. But in yo, he been with me 2 times in a row today. Thank you. You was a ride or die, boo. Thank you. I appreciate you. But yo, interesting. That connects. He said, my bad. I was at the store. I'm on my way to work. But yes, everything Ross said. Yes. I read one. I read one was adapted, but will here will he claim them? I don't know. Yeah, that's I heard both of them wasn't his, but I don't know. It don't even matter to me. But these boys be trying to live in the shadow of this man and be trying to live up to his quote unquote street name, even though we also hear street betrayal shit. Like, you know what I mean? That he is yo, Six Dub, you got to see the one I had gave you props on something. The last ride session I did, I gave you props on something. I don't really remember oh, it was the fact that you put what me and New was going back and forth about together and made the shit make sense. when you was like, either they had loaded dice or they didn't run that shit back, but then try to challenge him to a game of basketball instead. Not ask Takeoff if that's what fucking happened. And Takeoff say yes. Okay. So you was absolutely right. And I said, did all three happen? All of the above happen? He said, yeah. So you was fucking right. Okay. You was absolutely right that the now you know the dice was loaded. I said that. Then uh uh they didn't run that shit back. They stopped playing and then try to challenge him to a game of basketball instead. That's the dirty shit they be doing. But yeah. So yup. I had said something about that. You gotta go watch that. I forgot why. It's something else I wanted you to know about what's in there, but I don't even remember what's in there. Cause I'll be just going. I'm just trying to get all the get all my time out. I don't know. I'll be acting like I'm paying for this shit, but yeah, I'm funny like that. I'm cheap like that. Hmm. Yeah. She told me I knew you look familiar. It's his emoji. You sound like Blake they love. You sound like Blake ass now. Yo, do y'all remember Blake talk about I forgot who the fuck he was talking about. The girl from San Quentin. Fittingly enough, oddly enough, and fittingly enough, he was talking about the girl from Shanquella Robinson case, Dejanay Jackson, and he kept saying, "Look at this." He was like, "Yo," he's like, "Cause remember I was on his platform or something." I said, and he said something, and I said, "I know you believe it because you said you look like a man. You could catch these hands or some shit, right?" So so but he was like, look at this. You see this picture? And it was a picture of the girl Dejanay, which is the ugly bitch that Quella put in her goddamn campaign for her boutique. And that bitch is super ugly. And what does she get in return? Being murdered by these two bitches. So anyway, so um, but yeah, he was like, look at this picture or whatever, and this and that. He's like, you see this picture? I'm like, yeah, I see the picture. Because I wasn't talking about it. Whatever we was talking about, we wasn't talking about that. But he just was like, since you here, look at the picture. You see this picture? I'm like, yeah, I see the picture. So then he gonna put an emoji picture up, right? He puts so he gonna say, now you see this picture? What do you see? I'm like, I don't know. What do I see? Like, cause I ain't get it right. He like, her emoji even look like a man. I'm trying to think her jawline stronger than mine. I'm just like, I'm cracking the fuck up. I'm like, I sure enough did not know you was going there with it, okay? But yo, so yes. Just a quick sidebar. When you can, was there anything about Shanquella having pain in her chest? Quella, did you have any pain in your chest? No. She said no. That could be somebody connected to you. If you felt that, they love, especially because you are my sign, so you have the same gifts that I have. Um, whoever you are connected to that you lost, just think about it. The people that you are close to, okay, and how they died. That's that is communicating with you. Okay, that's who it is. I want to know what's my YouTube husband's sign. I gotta find out. Cause I don't know. I was just telling somebody about him, and I was like, I do not know why he sought me out to say that I'm his wifey. Like, and I just wanted to know, was he like on some? Is he like a spiritually elevated sign? Because I just cannot tell you like why. I don't know why. But yup. So, but yeah. In defense of that gun, is Texas open carry is real. Yeah. Well, but also in Texas open carry, they not supposed to just have it sitting out on the seat. They supposed to have it in a fucking holster or have it up somewhere. It's not supposed to be sitting out on seat on some real Texas law shit. Cause I don't know how the fuck I found that out, but I found it out. It is not supposed to be out on a seat like that. That could endanger anybody's life. It was supposed to be in a holster, or it was supposed to be up somewhere where nobody could get hurt from the shit. So if somebody would have got hurt from the shit, then you would have seen. Yeah. So, but yeah. Hold up. Let me put that up. That's that's that in your face shit. Gun on the seat. Yeah, and I feel like that was like a precursor to the night. And you know what else? I noticed uh that Quavo just did not feel right about that shit. Like that shit surprised him and he didn't feel right about the shit. But let me say this. Jazz is not really about that life. So what the fuck you do that for? These boys is so gung ho about proving that they street, trying to match up to their daddy's supposed rep. They trying to prove that they so street, but they not. Like, and they keep doing crash out dummy shit and keep getting with crash out dummies. And that shit gonna take you down. Matter of fact, his own daddy gonna take him down. Cause his own daddy trying to paint the narrative, which I said first on February the 18th. Anybody could go check just in case these nut ass niggas that be stealing my shit trying to say different. Okay? So anyway, um, his daddy trying to paint the narrative that Willie Bland or that Miko Band took that he took out Takeoff or whatever. So if he got the gun from your son, he not even from here. He got the gun from your son and he took out Takeoff, that would make your son an accessory. That would make your son maybe culpable for murder because of your big ass mouth, sir. Now, what type of stupid shit is that? What type of uh serendipitous justice is that? Okay. What type of crazy form of justice is that? What type of karma is that? And that's some shit for your ass. That would be cute if that happened. Yeah. And that would be the spirit of Takeoff making that shit happen. That's what I would blame it on. Okay. But yeah, finish posting these comments. Okay. Um, a quick sidebar when you can. Was there anything about Shanquella having pain? Oh yeah, you said that. No. They love. I think that is your ancestors. If you felt that, that is your ancestors, girl. That is your ancestors. I was there. He was on the panel that day. Yes, from Snapchat or TikTok. He is hilarious. Oh my goodness, Rod, you are on point tonight. I just got text two of my family members passed. One, they don't know if it was an asthma or heart attack. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Like, yes, you have the same powers I have, sweetheart. Yes. Okay. Um, I don't know why I didn't connect that. Thank you, Ron. Well, you got it now. That's all that's important. Yep. And that's how we are. We are not just we are energy readers, which means we read the energy or the spirit of everyone around us. We don't just be reading through the eyes, we read the energy of everyone around us. We can even read the energy of a chat whether you know it or not. We can even read the energy of a chat. Like sometimes I'll be on this shit, this YouTube shit, and it be motherfuckers that be like camouflaging themselves as somebody else in other people chats. Like it's this person that cannot stand a YouTube creator. It's this guy that cannot stand Sco. Excuse me saying his name, but I'm just gonna put it out there. It's this guy that just is so jealous and hates on and cannot stand Sco, but he be in his chat every fucking night, right? So he goes in under an alias, but for some reason, every time I see his stupid ass names that he picked to make aliases, I know it's his stupid ass. Now, I just don't go to exposing the shit. Well, I don't even be over there no more. But when I was over there, I would notice the shit, and I just never exposed the shit just because. But I always could read the energy of a chat too. So anyway, yeah, and you can too. But yeah, so we read the energy. We are not just energy readers. we also are energy magnets. And that's what I was saying earlier today. That like even the people that look over me in heaven, right? Even the people that look over me when I'm asleep, like watch over me, it's almost like they stand guard over me, if I could be honest. But I don't know what for. I don't know. I don't know. Why? Do y'all think I'm big shit? Yeah. Look, they talking about yeah. Look, it's like they be protecting me. Like, remember they used to be saying something like protect the queen at all costs. Yo, that's how I feel like they be doing me at night when I be sleeping. So anyway, but anybody who be around me when I'm asleep, I will pick up on their energy and dig into their story, their life. Like I was just saying earlier that I had dug into Tupac's mom, Mama Afeni's feelings that she held herself responsible because when she the first time she left Tupac when he was on death's door, he died, and she feel like somehow that was her fault, that as soon as she left him. And what happened was I had a dream that I had seen her and I was talking to her and she was like, this the first time me leaving him, right? And she was saying that, and then that she thought that, so that's what the dream told me because I do dream interpretations too. And so, uh, and that's what the dream told me, that the first time she left him, she felt she hold herself responsible, even to this day in the afterlife, where her and her son is happily ever after, and she still hold herself responsible for her son not being here because she feel like the minute that she left is when he died. So that's the type of shit I pick up on. I'm like an energy magnet. I just pick up on all types of shit. So everybody who watch over me at night, they open game to me tapping into their innermost fears, thoughts, worries, hangups, things they dwell on. Like I do it all the time. I can't explain it. So yeah, that's you too. And so that's what you was doing. You're an energy magnet. So the people that you just lost, you just that is the magnetism of what happened to them. And they are right around you at this point. That's why you can feel that. Right. This part, let me see. I try to block energy. I feel the physical pain. Yes. And on top of all that, we are actual empaths. So we be emotionally fucked up about the shit that they be fucked up about. Like, um, like today, I'm just not gonna get into the dream because I promise I would not, because it is a traumatizing dream. But I woke up 4:30 this morning on some shit, traumatized by some shit I was shown about my uncle's life. But it was three of them, but about my family's life that's over in the afterlife. They in the afterlife. But it was like me digging back into their life when they was young, like the fucked up shit that happened to them. And I was fucking devastated. And I didn't even know it was my family because I never seen them that young. They my uncles. So I never seen them that young. And I'm thinking this is me just having a dream. And who was that dream connected to? Come to find out it's connected to my uncles. When I started explaining the dream, it was connected to my uncles, like when they was young and like some real traumatizing shit that happened to him and shit. And so that I just started boo-hooing, crying. I could not get myself together. I had to turn on some gospel and try to rise up out of that because actually to rise my whole family up out of that in the afterlife because I really brought them down. I set them back, I brought them down, and I triggered everybody, not just myself, but my whole entire family on in the afterlife. I triggered them for what I had dreamt. I didn't even know it was about them. I thought it was just some random person in the afterlife that's just hanging around me. But no, it was my uncle's childhood life. And so well, we was all boo-hooing together, trying to raise up out of it, listening to gospel and all that stuff. Yo, I just embrace them. I don't care how crazy people think I am. I just embrace them. I ain't gonna leave them because they ain't never left me. Right. Yup. They don't play over there. Uh, they love get that. Cold Pepsi is part because you are going through. No, hold on. What did I miss? Oh, I get tired. I pick up on that vibes. Yes, yes. Girl. Cold Pepsi. I already told you your superpower because you are Aquarius, right? Your superpower is your spiritual superpower is the ability to communicate with spirit. So, girl, you are you are that. Didn't I tell you that before? We was listening to Leah. We was listening to Aaliyah, paying tribute to Aaliyah for her birthday, honoring Daniel Robinson, honoring Muhammad Ali, and honoring Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I remember that. I told you that day. I think it's part. My memory is impeccable, but yeah, it's part because you are going through. I'll be praying for you, even when I don't see you. Oh, oh, y'all better be all cute. Well, I wish I could show you the text so you know I'm telling the truth. I believe you. I believe you. I believe you. I believe you. But yep, you was just thinking more outside of your box, but it would be somebody directly linked to you because yeah, that's how it goes. Like, yeah, I mean, you could receive messages from other people that's not directly linked to you if they're hanging around you. If see, on the other side, they know who has spiritual gifts and who are in touch with their spiritual gifts and have accessed them. This girl described this to me one day. She put it in clarity. So so this girl named Jackie, she was like, it's like they say she said she went to this spiritual reader or something. And I don't even know what type of spiritual reader or whatever was it like. I don't know. But she said the lady said, your door is open. This is how they see it from their side. Is that true, y'all? Yup. They say yup. So she said to the girl Jackie, your door is open, right? And and I said, wow, that's how they see it. She's like, yeah. And then like it gotta be something like that because what makes them know that I can receive their messages to reach out to me? What makes them know that? It has to be something of that nature. It has to be some way to identify who you can communicate with and who you can't communicate with. And so I believe her when she said that your door is open. It's like a spiritual door that is like connected to you that you can't see, but the afterlife can see. And they know that they can communicate with you. Yup. And that's what happened with I don't want to go too wild with it, but that's what happened with DMX. I feel like he saw that he could communicate with me. But he's so strong and his the way he talked, like it's so strong like that not I don't know, it offended me. I'm not gonna say it intimidated me. It offended me because of his strength. I don't know. DMX is very misunderstood as a man because like even that, I was ready to cuss him out. I felt like he came at me, but he was just saying a statement. But he's so strong in his approach and the way his delivery that I just almost like cussed him out. Like I'm like, who was you talking to like that? Like and so like I had to respect him for who he is. But I had already went to go cussing him out, and he just backed the fuck up. He ain't even say no more because he was like, "Oh God, I'm about to get into a goddamn argument with this girl. I'm just trying to tell her I'm responsible for my actions." Because that's what he was like. He's like, "I'm responsible for me." But who the fuck you talking to like that though? I was like, "Yo, I got offended when he said that shit. It just rubbed me the wrong way." I'm like, "Wait a minute, what?" Like, it's, so I gotta, respect people for who they are. He was that strong in his delivery all his life, even when he was on Earth. So, I just wasn't expecting that stronger. Like, I'm all like on his side, and he kind of like, I'm responsible. Like, hold up, nigga, what? this, this probably him laughing. I don't know. Somebody laughing. But yeah, like, yo, this probably him laughing at that. Because yes, he said, let me back up because this girl gonna be arguing with me all night. I'm not doing it with her. Look. Yeah. I've been trying not to feel the loss tonight. So I guess they brought the physical. They just was trying to tell you their story. They was just trying to tell you their story. And and sometimes just when they near, you will feel what took them out of here. Y'all hear me talking about this all the time. Like this is how they can communicate with you sometimes. They only deal with you the way that you can receive it or whatever. Like it's almost like I want to say that the afterlife, they be trying to tell us their story. What happened to them? Like if I was just watching a crime show and don't know the people, I will feel what happened in the story because they trying to tell me their story. If I be watching them, I used to watch the celebrity ghost stories. I gotta get back on watching that. But I used to watch that, and when I watch it, I would just interpret it different. I just understand what it really is supposed to be like, and that is an example of clarity. That's what I was trying to explain one day. That's an example of clarity. That's also a gift that's connected, kind of, to claircognizance, which is a knowingness. But I would just understand what they was trying to say. Like the people be like, "Oh, I was in the hotel and the water just started running. It just started leaking, and then it started running." I'm like, "Oh my God!" I turned off the water, and then I came back and the water started leaking. I said, "They trying to tell you that they drowned or something." Like it's just like I just understand it, like because that's what they do. They tell us their story, because everybody got a story and they just want to be heard, and that's all. And that's what I'll be trying to do, trying to trying to make sure that their story is heard and that justice is served for the people that have not got justice. And that's what I hope that I can make that one day this platform is made into a place that um we could all come together and fight to get justice and we be our own organization. I don't know if I'm even looking for government funding. I just feel like hopefully one day I could do that where like my whole YouTube community could be a force to be reckoned with. And we will literally the multitude, like when it grows to what I want it to be, the multitude of us could come together and make justice happen. Like say something happened in Louisiana. Well, we got people in Louisiana. Let's go out there. Let's go do this. Let's go. Like hopefully it get that big and we can actually make justice happen ourselves for the people that need justice. You know what I mean? So hopefully that's what it grows into because that's what I think that is that what it's supposed to be? Is that what my YouTube community is supposed to grow into? Yup. They just say, yup, I got it now. I got the picture. Yup. So C Code Pepsi Cross thoughts. We just had I was gonna say it for you to share respectfully with it. You sure did every day, but I'm going to hate to share her. Yeah, yeah, right, I agree. Yeah, right, I agree. He comes strong. I believe he was operating in dual realms in his later years. Oh, well, what happened was DMX was in a coma before he died. So he was talking to me when he was in a coma. He did not die yet. He just was like, I'm responsible for. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is you talking to like that? Like, I don't care if he in the afterlife. You gonna respect me? Look. But I know it's just to know DMX is to love him, and to know him is to understand him. He didn't mean no disrespect. His delivery is just so strong. It just hit me the wrong way sometimes. Like if you look up the definition of a Sagittarius man, like sometimes they are tactless in their delivery, and that would be him. And so he don't mean to be attacking nobody, He just speaking his mind and speaking it strong and loudly. So yeah. But yeah, he was literally in both realms because he was in a coma. And when you in a coma, you are unconscious but conscious. So you are like 1 foot in the afterlife, 1 foot in the earthly life. You choose what you're gonna do. Like, and that's what happened. I was like, oh God, because if you remember, that's what happened with DMX when we first found out about him. So I'm like, oh God, like I was actually blaming somebody. That's what made him speak up and say that. Like I was blaming somebody for what happened to him because I was believing the bullshit that he overdosed, which he did not overdose. Just for the record, DMX did not overdose. I'm gonna clear this shit up if I had to do it myself. DMX did not overdose. DMX got the jabby jab and they fucked up and they did something wrong and it caused him to have a stroke or a heart attack and that's what put him in a goddamn coma. So just for the record, like I want to clear the air on that because everybody was so quick to say, "Oh, he had an overdose." I feel like the label came out with that bullshit. This is the type of devilish shit that labels do. I think it was the label or his manager or some shit. It was somebody that said it was an overdose. It was not no overdose. If it was an overdose from the goddamn jabby jab that these motherfuckers fucked up and given him because he can be found on Drink Champs. If y'all look at his interview on Drink Champs, he could be found on there. It was an amazing interview too. He talked about everything under the sun. I loved it. But he could be found on Drink Champs saying that he was gonna get it soon as it's available to people 50 and over. That he's gonna rush out and get it. Well, I wish I knew him because I'd have been like, baby, don't be rushing on those shit you don't know what the fuck it is and what they trying to give you. Do not just go along with the program. Wait and see what the fuck it do to everybody else first. And maybe he'll still be here. I've had moments where people just walk up to me, hug me, and cry, and I ain't even know them like that. Yeah, I had the same thing. Cause I used to work at like a public type of setting, and this lady was coming up to get service from me, and but she was at an event, right? And so um I just was like, cause I always, ever since a baby, ever since I could speak, I could see through when somebody trying to put up their best front and be strong for me. I could see when something is wrong and a world is shattered. Like, so, so I was like, what's wrong, sweetheart? Like, I just, I just seen it that she was just done, like with life, like done, like couldn't take not another fucking painful thing. So I'm like, what's wrong, babe? She like, I just lost my dad. He da 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 da, and she just broke the fuck down. And I just came around to where she was, and then I just started hugging her and rubbing her and saying it's okay. And she's like, I tried to come here to honor him. I was like, he see you. He right here with you, girl. Just because you can't see him, he here. Like, and then I was just rubbing her just until she calmed down. And she was like, I'm so sorry for unloading on you. I'm like, no, it's okay. Like, but she needed to get that out. She was devastated. She just lost her dad. She was trying to honor him to go to this event that they were supposed to go to together. But she was just fucked up from losing her daddy. So, and it just all came spilling out. Yup. And so, yup, they have been led to you. Like, I feel like I'm their voice. That's what I'm doing. Like that's what I'm trying to do. Be their voice. Be the position. It's all. Oh, I like how you always say that. It's all. It's that's all. That's your little dramatic thing, and then you be like, "My heart smiles." I like that. But I know this guy who's not on the same side of the road I'm on, but he always tell me, "Hold up," but he always tell me that he know better than trying to pull me on his side. Mm, mm, I wish you could elaborate on that. What you mean? He into what? Dark magic or some fucking shit? What is he into? What do you mean by that? And so what he be trying to pull you on what he worshiped the devil or something? What? What you mean? He know better than to pull you on his side. Yep, Cold Pepsi. I know it's strange, but part why I'm still here is to be loving. Well, that's what we all here. We all here to to share our spiritual abilities for the greater good, for to help people along this thing called life. That is what we are really here for. That is what we're supposed to be using our gifts for, to help everyone along this thing called life. But everybody, you just can't, everybody's not even in the mood to believe or listen to what you have to say. But you help the ones that are willing. You know what I mean? That's all you can do. I used to leave uncomfortable places, including my home at the time. Then I realized my energy and others moved around. Like, yeah, yeah. He said, talk that talk. That's right, boo. Hey, babe, what is your sign? Hey, six up. What's your sign? I want to know what is your sign. When is your birthday, King? So yeah, but yeah. But Ra, I'm with you on that. No overdose. They messed up something, then tried to fix it, but decided to take him to avoid repercussions. This is that really is somewhat what happened. This is what happened. So remember that a couple of them take two doses, right? And then one of them you just do one dose. So it was like a situation because I questioned him to death. I questioned him to find out what the fuck happened. So I put this on my channel somewhere, but I said um they started him off with one with two doses. Let's say that, right? And then they gave him the one that was one dose instead of the second dose. And that is what overdosed him on that jabby jab bullshit and caused him to have a heart attack or a stroke because like it was too much dosages in him because now he got the equivalency of three doses in him. So that's what happened. Is that what happened, D? Yep. Okay. Just making sure. Yep. Yep. That's what happened. Because I question. You know me. I'm a question, 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 question. That all that nigga was clean, healthy, happy. Yes, yes, nigga. Duh. I was so proud of him when I seen him on verses with Snoop. I was so fucking proud. This the type of shit I was saying to his spirit when I heard about this when he was in the coma. I'm like, oh my god, like who the fuck triggered you to go back on that shit? Because I was believing the hype at first. But you know what I mean? And that's why he came out like, I'm responsible for me. So he should have been more specific and said, he should have been more specific in my opinion and said exactly what it was. But uh it was like I was divinely led to show me what it was. Like it was like, so I was watching Drink Champs before he passed, right? Or right when he was in a coma or something. I was watching Drink Champs. I know. I think it was before he was in the coma. I think I was just watching Drink Champs. And it was a long, long Drink Champs. His shit was like 2 hours and 40 minutes. So, so I had watched like an hour and 40 minutes, let's say. I had watched like an hour and 40 minutes. And then I said, all right, I'm gonna catch the rest of it. And then this happened. And then he went into the coma. And then I never watched the rest of it for a while. And so then when I went back to watch the rest of it, he said this on Drink Champs that um so that's what made it make sense for me. That he said on Drink Champs that he gonna get it soon as they open it up. He's like, oh, I'm gonna be the first one. I'm gonna be here as soon as they open it up for the and all that. I wish I knew him. I'd be like, no, you let the rest of them motherfuckers go test that shit out, and you sit back and watch and see what happened before you go do that. Okay, that's what I would have told him. Pump your brakes, bro. So y'all, but yup, so some weird spooky shit had happened in my household. Like, I guess people would say it would be equivalent to haunting or something, but it really just means that this person was mad with God. That's what happened. Somebody was mad with God, and why they took that shit out on my house, don't take that shit out on my goddamn house. Like one of these paintings that fell in my house or whatever, and it was the Lord, it was the serenity prayer, right? And I don't know what the fuck that was about or whatever. And I didn't even know what it was because I was woken up out my sleep. Like I just remember this loud crash, and I'm like, ah, like I woke up out my sleep like that. Didn't know what it was. I looked around, I ain't see shit. So I ain't even know what it was. Went to work, came back home, still didn't know what it was. So the next day after that, I looked and realized that my serenity prayer is not on my wall no more. Then I look on the side and I see it on the floor. That's what crashed, and it fell in between my dresser and my wall or whatever. So I didn't never see it. That's why I didn't see the proof that something actually whatever happened. So I was like, so I was talking to D and shit. I was talking to DMX or whatever. But I don't even know why. I was just, oh, when I first got these rides, I was talking to everybody, asking everybody whatever the fuck I wanted to ask them. I was just going ham with it, just asking all the questions I ever wanted to ask and all this. So so when I was talking to him, that's how I found out about the jabby jab that was right. So so when I asked him about it or whatever, I mean when I was talking to him, I said, oh, I need your prayers. Right? This is what I said to him. I said, oh, I need your prayers because I feel like even your prayers make God take God aback. Your prayers is powerful. Your prayers make grown thugs fall to their fucking knees and weep. Like, and then he like getting embarrassed. Like, I don't know how I be knowing this, but I feel like he get embarrassed, right? So like, and so I was like, I need your prayers because, and then I started telling him what happened or whatever. So at this time, I used to also use this thing that was like a spirit box that creates words. Like, and so next thing you know, I think it said Earl on there. Did it say Earl on there? Yeah. So it said Earl on there, which is his real name, right? Which I would have never connected that to that because I do not equate him with his name. I call him DMX or X. So but he would have been better off saying the letter X before that, and me equating it with Earl. But it took a long time for me to put that together. But then he said, it said Earl, and then it said, haunting is gone. Like I prayed or something. So they was telling me that, he got rid of that. So yeah, he like, you just, why you just organize something else for me today? It's like my grandpa was pulling around and I heard him say the pain was too much. Yes, yes, yes. That is called clairaudience. You have the ability to hear spirit as well. Okay? So, it's just that some people listen to the earthly people and believe that they're crazy when these things are happening. No, we are divine. We are designed to do this type of shit. We are all designed to be as powerful as I am. It's just that I always walked in this ever since I was born. So, like, my mom never tried to stop me. Me and my dad really didn't. We don't really discuss shit like that. Even though me and him are exactly the same. My birthday July 19th, his birthday July 20th. So like we the same. Like and and which is funny that we never discussed that type of shit. Like that spiritual thing, that ability to read people and see through people. We never have discussed that ever. So, but yeah. So, yep. Um, he was preparing me or trying to. Right, right, right. We're supposed to take care of each other in this room. Yes, we are. I'm gonna put that up there. Oh, you a Capricorn? Okay, Eddie Bird. Yes, you supposed to be. I don't know if you know about your sign, six dub, but you are supposed to be a business mogul. That is a part of your superpower. You are meant to be a business mogul. You just have to not let your million of thoughts that's going through your head stop you from moving forward, if you know what I mean. Like that is your thing. You're not supposed to let those millions of thoughts that could stop you in mid level of becoming this big mogul that you're supposed to be. Don't let them thoughts, them fears, them worries, them all that shit that come along with a Capricorn that be going on in that brain of yours. Don't let that shit stop you from moving forward because that is who you are. You are meant to be a business mogul. Somebody said yes. I don't know who said that. Maybe your ancestor said that. But yeah, they talking about yes, yes. hmm But I thought you. Yep. They love it. I was talking about this, and where I was background. That's so. Um. Oh my bad. Hold up. I never believed. I never believed he went back on that stuff. Right. He didn't. Yo, I was so proud of him at versus yo, and they was trying to fill him up with some drugs and drinks. They really was trying it. They tried him that night on versus. Yo, if you pay attention to versus, which was a legendary, that was the first one that was just like everything for me. That shit was legendary. It wasn't no beef. It was all love. The dog to the dog. Like yo, Snoop Dogg to DMX, dog to a dog, and then they start talking that dog shit because they both swear they dogs and shit. And DMX started talking about, yeah, what is God spelled backwards, dog? And then they're the only two that will give you unconditional love and all this shit. They was on some shit, yo, and they was actually trying to offer him drinks and drugs. Cause remember, they was smoking in there. They asked him, did he want some weed? He was like, no, I'm good. I was so proud of him. And then they asked him, did he want something to drink when they did the break? He like, nah, I'm good. So I was proud of him. Like I knew he was clean. And he was not trying to slip back. And then next thing you know, supposedly he overdosed. Nah, we not buying that shit. Maybe. I don't know. But maybe that is his God given name. Your dad's birthday is the day before. Your dad's birthday is the day before mine. I know. I know. You told me 7/21. And my grandpa had the same birthday. And you and my grandma. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You told me that. You told me that. Yup. 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 And he used to always be so my dad, like when I was little, he used to be like, he'd be like, she having a bad day. And my mom be like, how do you know that? Cause he an artist. My dad is an artist, like a real live paintbrush, uh, drawing, oil sketching, sculptor, all types of shit artist, right? He can even make wood art. He make plexiglass art, like plexi art. So anyway, so like he would be like, she having a bad day today when I was like in preschool. And my mom be like, how do you know that? He like, cause she used these colors. She used these, and when she used these, that mean her mood is down and she's struggling. She me, so I know this. My mom just be looking at him like, whatever. Like, but he know his shit. I can't do nothing but because you're telling the truth. Right, Ra. I think it's funny how you speak back to them. I do the same. Like this morning, I said, Grandpa, I'm not about to go through this today. Right. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to speak to them. First of all, they your whole spiritual team. They are your, remember I said something like they like our cheer team. So that's who they are. And I mean, you could acknowledge they there. They there whether you acknowledge them or not. They're not leaving you. Just like, you know what I mean? They never left you on this earth. They're not gonna leave you now that they done crossed another realm. They're not gonna leave you just because they're in another dimension. Point today. Yes, yes. That shit was legendary. That versus. And yeah, communicate and energy. Yes, yes. That's kind of how we were. Like, yo, he done traveled on to the afterlife. Actually, I just be trying to be careful what I say on this thing because the type of shit I done seen um on um on YouTube, they actually be like fuck your dead mom, fuck your dead dad, and all this type of shit. They really be doing that. So I just try to keep my personal business away from here because if somebody do that, I'll probably crash out and go murder them. So I'm just trying not to, so I don't know. I just try to keep away from that because I'm not to be played with. If you try to come for the ones I love, I will fucking wild out on you. And you know what's crazy? For some reason, for some reason, um, that's how I felt attached to. You ain't got time for that, yeah. So, so for some reason, when it come to Mo 3, I defend him with the passion that like I don't know. Like you would think he my family. You would think you would think, I don't know. I just would rise up against anybody. I done battle, which I truly know in my heart of hearts that it have been um Track Boy Freddy and them. I believe I have bumped into them on these motherfucking YouTube streets because they be on that dumb shit. And one time I was arguing with somebody. I think it was Yella, actually. And it's like I'm like an expert at that energy. That's why I said you could actually read a chat. So I was arguing with who I think is jealous. So one time I was in this guy named I got the Dirts. Um I was in his on his piece. He had did a piece. He was just starting out trying lives. And he was like, tell me how y'all like this piece or whatever. And tell me uh what do y'all think about this piece or whatever? And if y'all want me to do more stuff like this. So his name was I Got a Dirt. Now it's Dirt TV Celebrity Media or something. So he was doing a story on Bubba, right? On which is Mo 3, one of Mo 3 best friends. So he was doing a story on Bubba, and he was talking about he was it was like a almost like a news kind of piece, but it was showing the story of Bubba and what happened to him, and they literally showed the actual death and everything. Like what happened when it happened. So he was like, how do you like that? They love all the way on point. Oh, so so um Yeah, my pops is the Capricorn. Oh, so I missed something. I missed some shit. Yeah, yeah. Oh, so anyway, uh, so I think I had ran into yeah. Look, so look, and a person like me, I'll be with the shits, and something about me always defended Mo3 with a passion. I don't know what be jumping into me that be like ready to fight for him, because I think they did him wrong. I didn't like how the whole town turned on him. I didn't like that. Yeah, he got fans and supporters that like him, but it's a lot of motherfuckers. For as many that liked him, it was as many or more that didn't fucking like him. Just dick eating the ops. Just like for no reason. They have no reason to not like him. They just dick eating the ops. So anyway, so so I'm watching this thing about Bubba or whatever and this and that. So he was like, "Tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think I should do a piece more stuff like this?" And I said something like, I said, "Yeah, you should go back to what it really started and what made three lose it, which is Roy Lee. You should go back and do Roy Lee, which made him go off his rocker, and that's what made him turn into quote unquote Osama." So anyway, right? So 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 uh so somebody gonna come on my comment and say, if Roy Lee would have just kept his name, kept Yella name out his mouth, then none of this would have happened. And Mo3 would be here and Roy Lee be here. I was like, no. If Yella bitch ass would have just gave Roy Lee a fucking rumble that he put up $10,000 or $12,000 for, then none of this would have never fucking happened. Cause he's a bitch and he's scared to fight, right? So so then he says, like I said, if some shit, like he thought somebody's supposed to be scared at the name of Yella. This clicked in my head that this is Yella. Now look, watch, right? So, like I said, I have like this keen discernment when it comes to shit like that. I just know when I'm in the presence of something. So anyway, so he kept on Dickie and Yella, right? So I'm going back and forth with him. So then I was like, you sound like a cheerleader for Yella. Let me find out you a cheerleader. No, I said, let me find out this is you or some shit. Then he left me the fuck alone, but I can't remember because he kept on going back, like trying, like feeling like I should fear the name Yellow. So this can't be nothing but his bitch ass, right? So I said in response, F with a screaming face and a K, which means fuck Yellow, right? I said, fuck Yellow. We could do this all day. Look, then he just left the whole like he left my whole situation alone because now you look crazy, keep defending this man and riding the D of this man because it's really Yella. It was really him, right? Because this is the energy that both of them give off. This is when I know I'll be in their presence, right? Because they do be trolling the comments and shit like that with certain shit. So another time I felt like I was in the presence of Trap Boy Freddy because he be hating and he mad. So I'm gonna tell you the energy that they give off in a little while. So so with Trap, I felt like I was on Real Tunes live one time, right? So it was around the 11/11. I don't even remember what year it was, but it was around 11/11. It could have been 2021 or it could have been 2022. So because Tune came on to say, I was hiding something from y'all. I didn't tell y'all that me and Mo3 share a bond or a connection that I hid from y'all. Cause my birthday is actually 11/11. This is what Real Tune said, right? So he's like, my birthday is actually 11/11, and I was hesitant about telling y'all that because it's such a somber day for everybody, and this and that, and all this and this. So he was just going on saying that, and it was right before 11/11 at this time. So, so, yeah, they be really on these comments hating, like, dude, get over it. So anyway, so, so, So he was like, 11:11 is his birthday. So I said, me and my spiritual self, you know me. So I said, happy birthday to him because it was about to be 11. It might have been 11:10 when he said this because it was about to be 11:11 soon, like maybe the next day. So I said, happy early birthday tune or whatever. And then I said, because three, because we probably was talking about the haters as well. So I said, because three died on 11:11, those is angel numbers. I said, so I believe that he became an automatic angel because of him dying on the day of angel numbers or whatever. And this and that. And I was like breaking it down on some spiritual shit. So some guy came on and was like, that was so fucking dope. I thought it was Tune. I actually thought Tune. Now I don't know this for sure, but it could have been somebody that was close to three, actually. Because I don't know. Just whatever they had said, it just I don't know. It was very familiar. Like I can't explain it. I can't explain it because I don't know. It just made me think it could have been Tune, but it could have also been somebody from Three's family or somebody that Three know because of the things that they said when they was like, that was so fucking dope and da 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 da. So anyway, so but so they were just saying that was dope or whatever, whatever. Then somebody gonna come on trolling, talking about which I think was trap bitch ass, talking about would an angel uh be a murderer or some shit or whatever, some fucking shit they try to say. No, he said, would an angel, what did he say? And would an angel come and make songs about murdering people and all this shit or whatever? I said, but an angel, I said, but an angel would, I said, an angel would make songs that honor God, like Preach, like Soul Ties, like Second Chance, like something, something, something. I said, y'all niggas is some haters, and y'all all was mad, and y'all all was mad. Y'all just mad because Three Light will always shine brighter than y'all, all of y'all motherfuckers put together, even in death. Like they cannot deal with that, right? So so I was like, what so the person that was but some for some reason I believe that was Trap Boy Freddy because this is so let me tell you the energy of both of these people that makes me be able to pick up on if it's them or not. Because I done had haters and different things that were so they all be trying to come at me from Dallas, right? So one time I was on somebody's shit. I don't even know what it was about. But this dude gonna try to come at me and say, stay out of Oak Cliff business or some shit. Like I'm supposed to get scared through the phone. Right? So I said, you don't scare me. I'ma say what the fuck I wanna say. You don't fucking scare me. Um, who the I said, cause the person name was JD. I said, you don't fucking scare me, JD. Or should I say DJ? Them motherfuckers, yo, I know that motherfucker shit his goddamn pants because, yo, I'm smarter than y'all. I run circles around y'all motherfuckers. My mental is so up to par, you can't fool me. Like, like, because you flipped your initials, that we supposed to believe you somebody else? No, DJ. I know it's you, bitch. So anyway, but yeah, so the the energy that they give off. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Um, Six Dub, how dare you say that when he came on Skull, Yella and Trap came on Skull shit trolling three. You don't remember that? You don't remember that? As a matter of fact, the dude that name is now Dirt TV celebrity media actually did a piece on that because I remember that was when I used my real name. Don't put it out there because I didn't change it. But that's when I used my real name and I was in the piece because they was like Trap and Yella decide to make a guest appearance on a content creator by the name of Just Say No to Skulls thing. And then you don't remember this Six Dub? You was a fucking moderator, boy. So anyway, so in the crowd, what did they say? And the crowd gave like whatever it meant, gave them hell. Guess what it meant? So we was all on their asses when they came in that motherfucker. Yes, and they was trolling, and they was trying to like, you don't remember this, Six Dub? I don't believe you don't remember this, but my memory is impeccable. So you can't do shit to me and I don't remember. I'm always remember. You be like, damn, like that's where my dudes be fucking up. Like, don't even try it with me. Like, I'm gonna run circles around your intellect, sir, and I'm always remember. So don't try to bullshit me. But so they love Orlando. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like I be feeling these things. That's why when he said it, he just said it. Yeah, you don't remember that? I remember, but the troll don't mean is beat. Well, it don't even matter. I cuss them out every time. I don't give a fuck. If they troll, I'm gonna cuss them the fuck out every time. And I don't know. I just get clarity. It's called clarity. That's a gift too. It's called clarity. When you know something, but because it's also called claircognizance when you have a knowingness, but that's a different type of knowingness when it's clarity. Like I don't know what exactly to say it is in definition and what's the difference between claircognizance. But yo, like so let me tell you, that energy is why I know which one is what or who is trolling at the time. So so um this is what, because Yella's energy wait, what did I say about him? His energy is I can't remember. Oh, I'm trying to think which one I'm talking about. Look, well, let me start with Trap because I remember his energy. His energy is like, look at me, I'm big shit. Why y'all worry about that nigga? Worry about me. Like that is his energy all the time. This is who he is. This is how he feels about three. This is his energy towards three. Like all the time. When he was here, when he not. Like, why y'all worry about that nigga? Look at me. Look at me. And let me say for the record, when three was here, Trap was busy trying to snake three and make enemies with three, make people enemies of three. I believe that when um Yayo and three had beef, it was because Trap was running around trying to make uh Yayo think that it's beef. And doing vice versa with three, but three not that easily baited. Like three is not that easily baited to say, oh yeah, then he probably said it since Trap said it is real. No, no, three is not that easily baited. There's a lot of people that come at him with shit, and he just um take it in and hear it and just keep it there to find out if it's real. He's not gonna go approaching nobody with no hearsay, no he say she say shit. But Yayo is that easily amped up where he will believe some shit that was coming from a hating ass, shit stirring ass nigga. So that is why the whole original beef is supposed to be perpetuated because it wasn't no beef. It wasn't no fucking beef. Who made that beef? So that's how I feel about it. So it wasn't no beef with Yayo and three. But do you remember when the pick six shit was asked about that he says um he said something and I ain't never asked you because I know you got beef with him. Three ain't never tell you he got beef with him. Let me ask that. Three, did you ever tell Trap you got beef with Yayo? Hell no. He ain't never. He ain't never tell Yayo that, I mean, tell Trap that he got beef with Yayo. See, Trap was shit stirring behind the scenes on some bitch shit a long time. And, um, and, so he was trying, I don't know why he was doing that. Is that the type of nigga that he really is? I can't explain why, but I could see the energy of that in the boom shit. When listen, so that's what made it clear for me in the boom when Yayo and Three was performing boom together, whatever, right? So when they was performing that shit, I could see the energy of like Trap was like worried about something more, like they gonna get close. Like he didn't want them to get close. So he is a nigga that was shit stirring they beef. I bet you money if somebody could really find that out, but I don't think you really could. But like Three just said, he ain't never told Trap he got beef with Yayo. So then you gonna put on Say Cheese a big platform like that. Oh, I ain't asked Three because I know he got beef with Yayo. He never said he got beef with Yayo. So why the fuck is your bitch ass saying that? And then he didn't say he never asked him. He said, "Oh, I already knew that you had beef with him." But that also told me you never asked Three if he wanted to be on the goddamn song. So you trying to make it like Three is starting beef with you when your bitch ass never asked him if he wanted to be on Pick Six. And you try to say it's because you know he got beef with Yayo, trying to get him in some more shit that you done made up with your bitch ass. Let's be clear. I run circles around these niggas. I run circles around them. So anyway, yep. No, he said, look, go back to Say Cheese interview about the Pick Six shit. The Go back and listen to what was said. Trap said he never asked um uh Three to he didn't say he never asked, but I interpreted that he never fucking asked Three. He says that he already knew that because the question should have been asked on Say Cheese. Did you ever ask Three? Did he want to be on Pick Six? Because he never did. That wasn't fucking displayed. But I knew that by reading in between the lines because that's my master. I'm a master at that. So anyway, he says something like, uh, I want you to go back. Hey, Dub, I want you to get back to me after you go back and look at Say Cheese. I want you to promise me you're going to go back and look at that. Because yes, the fuck it did was said. It was said. There wasn't no yellow. It was said. Um, he said something. He said, because I know you got beef with Yayo, or I know you don't like Yayo. He did not say yellow. He said Yayo. Did he say Yayo? Yes, he did. He said, because I know you don't like Yayo. So not only did he not ask him, but then he tried to put him in some more beef and try to make this false narrative and say that he got beef with Yayo. He did that. I promise you he did that. I want you to pay attention to that. I want you to go back and look at that. Definitely. So, but yeah, because that was done and that was said. And I interpreted from what he said, whatever I don't even know what the question that Say Chief asked him. But he asked him something, and then he said, "Cause I know you don't like yayo." He didn't say yella, yayo. I know the difference between a Y and L's and O's and A's. He said yayo. And so he tried to create some more beef for Three in the midst of that bullshit. And I believe, yes, I want you to. Why? Why? Why you not gonna go back and watch it? Why you ain't gonna go back and watch it? Because I'm right. That's why. I'm right. I know what I'm talking about. I seen it and I heard it with my own ears. It wasn't no yellow. It was yayo. I'm sure about that. 100% sure. So yeah, he was steadily trying to start shit. Like I said, trying to stir shit up behind the scenes with different fucking people against Three, but you pretending that you Three's friend. And that's snake shit. And I don't like people like that. Period. Point blank. I don't give a fuck who got a problem with me and Dallas business. Fuck Dallas business. I say what the fuck I want to say. I'm a grown woman and I'm gonna stand on my shit. I don't give a fuck. So I don't know if that's meant towards me or not, but I'ma stand on what the fuck I believe in. So let me say that.
And I'm not gonna let nobody back me down from talking about anything that I fucking know. So yeah. So anyway, like I was saying, so this is where they both come from or whatever. They both be coming from a place. Uh, like I know that Trap's energy is like, why y'all worried about this nigga? Worry about me. Check me out. This is his energy in the chats or whatever, or whatever. That's his energy, period. So, like, why y'all worry about him? Worry about me. Fuck him. Worry about me. Look at me. I can't remember what I said about yellow energy. I can't remember. And it's funny that it's supposed to be Dallas business, but that nigga Yellow ain't from fucking Dallas. That's the whole thing that made it a whole situation with Roy Lee. Yellow was mad because Roy Lee exposed Yellow for not being from Dallas. That he was from where them bitches from. The bitches that helped set three up. Them three bitches. The one who mom is a moderator and Sco chat. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah. I know what I know. And so he from I can't think of the fucking name. DeSoto, I think. DeSoto, right? Yup. He from DeSoto. So you sitting up here trying to come at three and say he not from Dallas, but you not from Dallas, nigga. You from DeSoto. So what the fuck? So that's what it was. But yeah, like I didn't like how everybody was trying to link up and gang up and hate on him. Like, you know who put this in perspective? Even though I don't fuck with his bitch ass. Look, I shouldn't have said that. Should I say that? I don't give a fuck. Fuck him. But you know who? You know who put this in perfect perspective for me? Um, so not player ass, so player, bitch ass. But anyway, so he was saying, yo, this is how it was for three. This is what he said. He said, this is how it was for three. He said, yo, everybody be riding down the street, listen to their shit, got their shit turned up, in their cars, their windows rolled up, like everybody ain't your friend, singing at the top of their lung and shit. This is what he said. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't. So he said, this how it be, right? Everybody, then you get where you going, and then you turn the shit off, you get out your car, and you go meet with your niggas, and you'll be like, fuck that nigga three. He like, this is how it was. And he from Dallas. And he from Dallas. So he was like, this is how it was for him. He was like, yo, and they'll get out and everybody come together and be like, fuck that nigga three. You that nigga three, fuck him. And that's exactly the type of bullshit they was on. He put that in perfect, if he ain't do nothing else, he put that shit in perfect perspective for me. So that's what I gotta say about that. Yup. So yeah. But y'all, that's my song. That's the first, but no, that's not the first song I heard from him. The first song I ever heard from him was Just One of Them Days Again. And I didn't know it was him. I didn't even know it was him, right? So I just like I just was like, so I was listening to it, it was him and Boosie, and I was like, who is this dude? Who is this dude? Like I was actually trying to give Boosie a play because I don't really listen to today's rap like that. I really fucking don't. I know a little bit of shit from this person and that person, but I really don't listen to today's rap. So I was trying to see because Boosie was premiering his video on something. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was Vlad TV. I don't know what it was, but he was premiering his video on something. Just one of them days again. So like, let me see who this dude is because I'll be hearing everybody talking about him. So when I heard it, I came out like, who is that dude? Talking about Mo3. I'm like, who is that? So I was like, damn, that dude, he a star. And I didn't even know who he was. I didn't even remember his name, right? And I still didn't remember his name later. Then I heard everybody ain't your friend, and then and then when I went to look to see um the different stuff that he did, then bumped into the just one of them days again, and I remembered it because of the girl dancing, the girl in the red dancing in the silhouette and shit or whatever. That girl, that's what made me remember that that's the same video because of the girl dancing in it because it was different than everybody else or whatever. Even though, so, but yeah, so I was like, oh shit, this is him. And then something happened to him, and then I started diving into all his shit. When something happened to him, I dived into all his shit. Like, I don't know if I heard it all because he got, man, that man, he made a musical catalog like he knew he wasn't gonna be here. Did you know he wasn't gonna be here? No. Damn, that motherfucker's a workhorse. Like shit. Like he probably got, I don't know. I can't even think of the number. He got an unlimited bank of fucking songs. Like that shit is crazy. And when he died, Ray was like, yo, he probably got enough to what do you say? He probably got enough to probably do three or four more albums. I'm like, damn. Like, yo, that man is a beast in the music world. Yeah, yo. I love that song. I love Everybody Ain't Your Friend. I love Just One of Them Days Again. I like when Boosie say something like, so say he say fucking diabetes, he like talking he like talking casualties, and then three be like ooh like whatever or some shit. That shit be so dope right before the Just One of Them Days Again. That's my shit. Like yo, I love that part where he do that. Like he be like um I'm talking casualties. And then he was like, ooh, that shit be so cute, yo. I love that shit, yo. And then he go all the way down, and then they go back to the chorus like, that's one of them days again. That's my shit. And he put in perspective his goddamn baby moms for me. He ain't shit for that. He ain't shit. He played too much for that. He ain't shit for that. He shouldn't have done it. But yo, but he put in perspective uh which ones of his baby mamas are solid and which ones ain't. Okay. And the one that ain't sure enough proved they self going on other motherfuckers' platforms trying to act like Rain owe you something, bitch. And he don't owe you nothing. Yo, you getting plenty of money. Now that three is not here, you getting plenty of money. Fuck you think Rain owe you some of his money to take care of three kids when you getting plenty of money for three kids. So anyway, um, so anyway, but yeah, yo, but I like Just One of Them Days Again. I like I like this song called That Ain't It. Y'all ever heard that? Y'all ever heard that song? Uh That Ain't It. That's my shit. He be acting up though. Y'all ever heard that? Yo, that's my shit. It's called That Ain't It. And he be like, the thing that I remember the most out of That Ain't It is when he be talking about uh he be talking about like this his partner say he on go for him. I be wondering if it's one of these snaky motherfuckers that I know snaked them out. Cause some of his partners snaked them out. It's not and none of them is Sean G. None of them is Sean G. Let's clear the air with that bullshit. I ain't even watched that bullshit I seen on Ratchet Title talking about Rainwater and Sean G gave the drop to Yella. No, 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 or drop to Yella and Trap Boy Freddy. But I can tell you who did. Them bitches. It's more people. I ain't gonna go into too much specifics because three is the type of a person that is not. He still don't support snitching. Like he would tell me, don't be saying shit. Like yo, I swear to God, like it's been times I wanted to say certain shit about certain people to expose the motherfuckers because it's a lot of people that was real close to him that people might see as close to him right fucking now that was super snakes. These motherfuckers said that they heard the bitches plotting on him and they ain't say nothing to him. Talking about they ain't paying no mind. If that's your real fucking nigga, you ain't supposed to not pay it no fucking mind. And look, even if me and three would have fell out, and that used to be my nigga, and I heard these bitches plotting on him, I'd have been like, look, I'd have called that motherfucker up and like, look, you know I don't fuck with you, but watch your fucking back. These motherfuckers is plot. Watch your back and stay strapped. And that's the fuck I would have said. And then he would have been like, all right. And then we would have hung up and that would have been that. Because I feel like that's betrayal. That's betrayal. You call yourself a close friend of this man and you heard this shit and you heard these motherfuckers plotting on him. He said this out his own fucking mouth when he did not know he was being recorded. And you and you and you heard these motherfuckers plotting on him and you ain't tell him, you ain't paying no mind. That's some hoe shit. That's snake shit. I don't fuck with snakes. And yo, it was a lot of snakes around him. Look, so anyway, it's this song called That Ain't It, right? So oh, you do like That Ain't It? Yeah. So he be like, my partner say he on go for me, but I see the snake all up in him. Yo, I wonder who the fuck he was talking about. I wonder. Because I got spiritual gifts and I was given certain information. Like somebody's real government name was given to me and I heard three say this man name before, right? Right? I heard him say this man name before. I just don't know from where or what, because I done seen three under a lot of different pretenses. Like he used to be doing lives, he used to be doing interviews, he used to be I don't think he would have said the person real name in an interview, but I don't know where he said this person name at. So but this person snaked him. This person was with him at the bitches' houses. Yo, this person was with him at the bitch's house. Cause remember everybody kept saying, oh, they was like, uh, what does they say? They're like, yeah, something, he ain't go with nobody. Of course he went with somebody. Why would he go to some part of town that he know got a fucking problem with him? Or especially with these bitches, especially after the whole jewelry incident. Okay. So, um, so why would he go by himself? So of course he went with somebody, but that person left him. Now, did they do it purposely? I don't fucking know. Yo, he say three, he say yes, or somebody say yes. I ain't saying it's him because I ain't asked is it him, but whoever it was said yes. They left purposely, so they helped in the setup. They left him. The person that was supposed to be watching his back fucking left him. You hear this? That is somebody saying yes, yes, yes. And the person who real name, they was saying that person dirty. Like, like, and that they left on the spirit box with words. They said that shit. They left. The person real name and that they dirty and that they left. They left him. So yes, he did go with somebody. That's how it always be, these snake motherfuckers. You can't trust nobody. You only can watch your own back. You can't trust nobody. That shit crazy. And this motherfuckers that he would have thought was close to him like that, like that. You know he ain't gonna have nobody watching his back that he don't think is close to him. But that motherfucker left him and purposely. So what that means? You was in bed with the ops? Oh shit. They said yes. Yes. They was in bed with the ops. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of that shit going around in Dallas. It's a lot of that shit going around. So yeah, but yeah. And so when I was like, it was one of these people that I wanted to expose because they exposed themselves. They actually said this and did not know they was recorded about the person plotting on his life or whatever. They actually said this and did not know they was being recorded. And when they said that, um What am I about to say though? When they said that, um, I heard it a different way. I'm like, so you a fucking op. That's what you are. Talk about you heard this come back to you heard them bitches plotting on him. The bitches, the three bitches, he heard the bitches or he talked to the bitches and the bitches said they was gonna make moves against three. The three bitches. And this nigga heard this and he is on tape saying this shit and he did nothing about it. Talking about he ain't he ain't what did he say? He ain't believe it though. What? Fuck you talking about? Is you fucking one of these bitches? And even if you was, he is. Yeah, he is. And even if you was, you owe him more than that. I don't give a fuck. If y'all supposed to be so tight like that, then came up in the trenches, got it out the mud together and all that bullshit that you be fucking talking and acting like you his motherfucking friend, yo, you owed him more than that. You owed him at least a phone call. I don't give a fuck if y'all was beefing. I don't think they was beefing. Was y'all beefing? No. So I don't even think that they was beefing. Okay? And the crazy thing is, you let these bitches have that type of talk around you and you ain't warned you're supposed to be nigga. That's some snake shit. That's some Money Maya shit. There's a lot of these niggas that was Money Mayas, right along with them three bitches. It's a lot of them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But nobody's gonna ever know that they left because the three bitches ain't telling on them for leaving. And who else is gonna be? Who else is here to tell on them? The three bitches ain't gonna tell that he left because they want to make it sound like they was his best friend and that they would have never set him up, and that everybody else is delusional that they set him up. This is the type of dumb shit they be doing. I don't like that. Like, yo, yes, that shit makes me mad. See? What you say, boo? You said no, Ra. I had that conversation in person. Flip it and reverse because you have no choice at that point. What you talking about, boo? What was you talking about at the time? Because you should have got with him in person ASAP. Yeah, even if you ain't have to get in person, I would have called him up at least. Even if we was beefing, I don't give a fuck. Look, I'm so loyal as a fucking friend that even if me and you was at odds and I knew motherfuckers was trying to stake you out, oh hell no. I'ma call you up and be like, bitch, you know I don't fuck with you like that, but you better watch your motherfucking back and stay strapped. And then they would have been like, all right. And I'm like, bang, hung up on them. That's it. That's it. That's all it would have been. That's all you had to do. And then you call yourself, you be lying to motherfuckers, talking about you his friend. You not his friend. You is the snake. You is as snaky as they come. I wonder if that is the person whose real name I know. Because I don't know their street name. I only know their real name who left. Is that him? No. No. It's two different people. And this is only the tip of the iceberg. It was a lot of people that was around three that was snakes. A lot. He ain't just to get got. Yo, it was a lot of snakes working for the ops. No, I'm loyal. That's me. We gonna deal with whatever. Then after, exactly. We never speak on we say and go our ways, our own ways. But yeah, I'm at least throw you a motherfucking call and be like, they love these motherfuckers on your way. Watch your back and stay strapped. And you would have been like, cool. And then we would have hung the fuck up and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Even if we never spoke again. Right. I'm not gonna sit up there and hear motherfuckers plotting on your goddamn death and then don't say nothing and say, I ain't think nothing of it. I'm not gonna never do that. That's snake shit. But it really was done. You hear You hear my rods going crazy in the background because this shit really was done. Right. This shit really was done. And this shit really was exposed to me. It's so much shit that was exposed to me that got to do with 3Ks. But I don't say shit because I know 3 wouldn't want me to say shit because he is from that culture. Like, no snitching. Don't like, you know what I mean? Like, he's from that culture. So he don't want me to be putting people out there and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So he would never support that. So that's the only reason why I don't say it because I know he would not want me to say it. But y'all gonna get your karma. It's coming to y'all. All of y'all. Just be patient. It'll come around. Karma will come right the fuck around for y'all. Just be patient. It's coming for y'all. Right, right. That's a promise. Stand on your stuff as well. Yeah. And that yo, and this person, everybody see this person as three's ace. And I'm not talking about Sean G. I keep having to decipher that because I feel like people keep trying to say Sean G. Nah, Sean G ain't got a motherfucking thing to do with 3 Death. That's the only person that had his motherfucking back at all times. That's the only fucking person. That's the only person. You hear that? That's probably 3 saying yes. Sean G is the only person that ever had his back. But well, no, not only person, because Rain turned out to be riding hard as fuck for 3. Harder than anybody else than these motherfucking thugs that's sitting back watching bullshit unfold. That's not stepping for 3. That's supposed to be his homies. But you ain't got to op yet. You ain't slid yet. But you the one that's supposed to be his best friend. Now, Sean got a reason. He locked the fuck down. He on house arrest. He got a fucking reason. But what is your reason supposed to be, friend? What is your fucking reason? What is your reason? Because you shady, you a snake. That's why. Because you a snake. That shit foul. Like, yo, I got so much information on 3, y'all. Like, for real, for real. Like, I done seen, like, so, and the crazy thing is not coming from 3. Like I said, we are energy magnets. So any energy that is around us, we can pull from um whatever is on their mind or people are dwelling on or thinking about or worried about or upset about and see what like see into somebody's story. And that's exactly what happened. Like I literally seen the car, I believe the car that is responsible, the car that actually got him. Let me say that. And I know the actual make of the motherfucker. And don't ask me how because I'm not no car specialist. But I know the make of the motherfucker. I don't know how, but I do. And so uh I only seen the bottom half of the goddamn car, but for some reason I know, and this is part of that clarity and claircognizance shit. I know what type of car it was, what type of make. But he would never let me say that. First of all, because he don't want Sean G to crash the fuck out. Cause he will. He'll go crash out for 3. So he don't want Sean G to go and crash out for him. Cause he will. No, that's one. That's one. Oh, it was more than one black car on that scene. You know that, right? They had like two or three different black cars on that scene just in case some bullshit pop off where they got to run. So the cops be like, it's like a diversion, like where they won't know which one is the right one. It was like some Scooby Doo shit. Okay. This was well thought out. It was well thought out. And look, you hear them rods going off. I'm not moving them motherfuckers. So it really was more than one black car on that thing. Yeah, the black Camaro, but it was also um more black cars that look similar to that on that fucking highway. Okay? And that's for the purpose of when they all disperse, you don't know which one is the right one. But they didn't have to run from the cops because the cops was involved too. Don't you know? They don't protect and serve. They protect and set up. Okay? Okay. We talking about the popo. What? So anyway, and look, and I ain't moving that. Somebody hitting that shit all crazy. I'm not moving this shit. So somebody agree. Somebody from the afterlife that can actually see more than the fuck I can see. They know. Right. So yes, it's a lot of shit that I saw. It's a different car I'm talking about. It don't look like those cars. And it's a different car. And I cannot say the fucking make because if I say it and Sean G ever got wind of it, he would know exactly who fucking car that is. Is that right? Yup. So that's why I don't say it because three don't want Sean G to crash out. Three don't want Sean G to crash out because he know he would for him because vice versa. That's how they got down. They would crash out for each other and vice versa. So he not campaigning for him to crash out because he know he would. Don't you see every time somebody start playing on his partner name, he come up on that bitch like, y'all gonna stop playing on my fucking partner name. Like he'll go and catch a fucking charge right then and there. Like that's how he be about his boy. Like I'm not gonna put that out in the atmosphere so that he can go run down on these motherfuckers. I'm not doing it. So and three don't want that either. So yeah, yeah, that's just one. That's just one of the black cars that was on there. You could even, you know what else people should pay attention to? Pay attention to when all the traffic was stopped after three died. And remember they was going down the highway. You started seeing all these different types of cars. Pay attention to how many black cars that look similar to that is on the motherfucking highway. Pay attention to that. See, food for thought. Motherfuckers don't be thinking deep enough. Pay attention. Y'all was busy paying attention to the white bitch on the highway. Let me see something. Did she have something to do with anything? She did. No, no, no. Wait. I'm gonna ask this again. Did she have anything to do with the white girl with the wig on the highway? Did she have anything to do with Three's murder? She did. Oh, all right. Look, I wasn't even paying attention to her, but everybody else was, so she did have something to do with it. I don't know, but anyway, um, it's also what y'all should have been paying attention to is the fucking types of cars that's on pulled on the shoulder of the goddamn highway because they was all lined up. And I'm sure you're gonna find more black cars that look similar to a Camaro or are Camaros. See, you gotta think deep with shit. Also, you will see cars pulled on the shoulder of the highway when you about to go on the exit, and that red one was somebody's shit. Nah, I can't say who that is either, but I know who that is too. Which is some snaky shit too. Why you want three gone? But that shit crazy. Like it was so many haters for no reason. They really have no fucking reason. That red SUV that was on the fucking side, I know who that was too. Do you know what I'm talking about? On the shoulder, they was pulling off. Like you know how you come off of a highway? It's not really the shoulder. You come off of a highway and you go into I guess to the regular streets. That shit. It was some red SUV pulled over, parked at the time of this bullshit going on. And I know who that was too. And my question is why? Why? He ain't never did shit to you. Like it was so many betraying, betrayal type of ops. that like pretending to be his motherfucking friend. If anything, he helped them get up out the goddamn dirt. If anything, he helped them. He helped them raise their motherfucking pockets. And what do he get in return? That shit's sickening. I know so much shit. I've seen so much shit. I know so much shit. I've read so much shit. I've asked so many questions. And I know so much truth. But I cannot put it out there because, Three is not that type of man. He don't want that shit out there. He from that culture. No snitching. So he don't want that shit out there. Cause I don't give a fuck. I do it. But he don't want it. Look, he talking about no. Or somebody talking about no. Was that three? No. It was somebody that said no. Somebody said no. But somebody said no when I just said that. Because I don't give a fuck. I do it. But hey, look, here it go again. No. Okay, I'm not. The person keeps saying no every time I say that because I do it. But yeah, so that's how I feel about it. But yeah, but but yeah. So yeah, so that's how I feel about it when it comes to three. I feel like he has some fake ass friends, just like Shanquella. Um, just that's who I'm rooting for to come together, to get together in the afterlife and be lovers. Three and Shanquella, they will be cute together. But anyway, both of their energies is dope as fuck. Somebody told us, oh yes, yes, yes. Who said that? ah, yeah. But anyway, both of their energies is turned up, and they be having they for a good time, and they like to party, and they just funny. They like to have fun. Like he funny as shit. You know what I mean? And so they would like. I think they would go good together, actually. But I ain't trying to play no matchmaker. That's up to y'all. I ain't trying to influence Quella. But if he wanna, he ain't gonna stop till he get her. I'll tell you that. So anyway, but yeah, I'll be fucking with Quella on the sideline. Like, good luck, Quella, with that. If he wants you, girl, he ain't gonna he ain't gonna stop till he gets you, girl. But yeah, yo, we gotta stop calling them friends because they weren't friends. They weren't friends. They was some fucking ops. They was ops pretending to be friends. And like, I ain't even look at that bullshit that Ratchet TV put up, talk about some goddamn and rainwater and uh Shore G supposed to gave a drop to. No, it wasn't them. Ain't shit come directly from neither one of them. But I tell you what, it's some snake motherfuckers that would have tried to cozy up to one of them. I wouldn't put that past. That's friends with the ops. Like, some smokers and shit. Some motherfuckers that think we don't know they ain't got a handle on they fucking habits. You know? I gotta watch what I say, but I just be wanting to slide some shit out just to let a motherfucker know. I know who you is, bitch. But anyway, so all right, I'ma stop. I'ma stop. You see they hit me? Trying to tell me stop. Look. But look, I just wanted to say, I know who you is. Cause I know that some people um act like they was in full support of him and be making money off of him. And they played a part in his demise. And it ain't rain. It's not no motherfucking rain. Rain ain't do shit but rumble a big ass nigga at the goddamn zoo when he seen that motherfucker. Look, Yo, I love me some Rain from that shit. I don't give a fuck. I love Rain from that. Like, yo, that's my guy from then on. When he seen that motherfucker in the zoo, he was like, throw your shit up and just start swinging on him, bitch. Boop, 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 boop. And he said, look. So he said on somebody's show, he said, I don't know if it was a show. It could have been the news. I don't know. All I know is that he said, I know who that is. I know who that is. He was an artist of mine. The person that was on the highway with the gun. He's like, I know who that is. And that's all he said. But we didn't think that when he seen the motherfucker, he was gonna catch him and it was gonna be on site. But it was the fuck on site. Yo, he beat the shit out the man. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even know Ray was about that life. And then you ask Ray right now, he's like, I'm just a scary ass nigga. He really is though. But something jumped into his ass and he beat the fuck out that big ass nigga. I said, damn, Ray was chopping down motherfucking trees that day. Yo, that motherfucker ran off. He scared the ladies in the goddamn zoo and shit. He scared the ladies in the zoo. She like he like he's a pussy. He's a pussy. Like he ran the motherfucker off. He's like, I'm gonna catch you in the street, blood. I'm gonna catch you in the street. Yo, he was like he was ran off though. Like Ray was giving him that motherfucking work. Look, and then so he ran off. He was probably there with his goddamn family at the zoo trying to go see the animals, and Ray see that motherfucker. It was on site, and so then Ray was still hyped. It was like three jumped in his ass and got his ass. That's what I feel like. I feel like both three jumped in Ray and just got that motherfucker that was on the goddamn album. So look, so then, so then, he was like, he was like, he was still hyped. He was like, hey, pussy. Hey, a puss. And he like still walking in the direction of where the boy ran off at, right? He ran this man off, giving him the goddamn business with the fist. So and he's saying this, and these old ladies, like not old ladies, but they was older, like they right there, and this lady trying to get away from him. She just think he is like a menace to society. She is scared shitless. And she was almost found trying to get the fuck away from him. That shit was hilarious, yo. But he wasn't coming after her. But she ain't know that. She just know this crazy ass man just started rubbling at this man and ran him off and shit and screaming and howling. So she was scared of them. That shit was hilarious, yo. That shit was hilarious. Yo, that shit was so funny. Yo, but y'all, that shit was hilarious. And yeah, but yeah. Ray wrote harder for both three than a lot of his supposed to be homies. The ones that's supposed to have slid. Look, Rain and Sean G is it for me. I ain't fucking with nobody else. What I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say I might not even fuck with them. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to three of who I feel like got three best interests at heart or his back, Rain and Sean G is it for me. Okay. The rest of them, y'all can eat a dick. I don't trust none of y'all. I don't give a fuck. No, I'm not gonna say all of y'all, but I'm gonna say the ones that I done seen that everybody keep trying to tell me and sell me the bullshit that these people is his friends. I don't trust none of y'all. And anybody who trying to make a name like, oh, I knew him. I talked to him. Watch this. I don't trust none of them. None of them. I don't fuck with none of them. Because if y'all was so close with him, why the fuck y'all ain't slide for him? Bitch niggas. Who said that? My ancestors. Yes. But yeah. Yup. So yup. Sean G is good money. When it comes to him. Like that's the one thing I liked about Sean G from the first time I ever saw him. Like I didn't know nothing about him, but that this was Sean Three's friend. And first time I see him, he was like drunk as fuck. And you could tell he just got finished crying his eyes out. That's what everybody else ain't see. I seen that. Cause y'all know I'm a reader. So I seen that shit. And I could tell he just got finished crying his whole eyes out. And and he was like, yo, yeah, y'all got my partner. Yeah, y'all got my partner. But y'all motherfuckers with that mouth, y'all keep acting like y'all ain't no hop, skip, and jump away. Like motherfuckers over here snitching on me, calling me the goddamn boogeyman. And he done threw up the paperwork. I was trying to see that. I was trying to read that paperwork. Throwing that shit up. I was trying to read that shit and see who the fuck said that. But they ain't gonna put that in there if it's like a confidential informant. Was the person name in there? No, no. Okay. But yo, I was trying to read that shit, trying to see if it gives some clues and tell you who the fuck said it. But yo, I think it was them. I think it was the ops because they was trying to make sure that Sean G can't clap back for when they get three. I believe. I don't know though, but I think so. I think it was the ops. I think it was well orchestrated. And so, you know what I mean? But yo, that's the first time I see him. I knew uh he was about three. And and that's all I remember. And from that moment, I knew that was his real friend. I didn't know him. I just seen him the one day, and I said, "That's his real friend." I don't know. I could just see the pain that he was going through because he lost three, not because he was on fucking house arrest and arrested and let out of jail and motherfuckers trying to say he the boogeyman and all that shit. Not because of that. I seen that he was in pain because he lost his best friend. That's what I see. So, yep, yep. He was trying to he was trying to I spy the papers. I ain't mad at you. Yo, but they probably ain't had nobody name in there because he would have probably tried to make moves on them and shit. Yo, but yeah. But yo, that's the first moment I see Shorty. That's the first moment I actually supported and had love for Shorty because ain't nobody else was acting like they had no love for three. And Rain too. The first time, right after three was murdered, I just remember Rain was listening to all his music. He was just listening to his music. He just went live. And he's like, I ain't gonna lie, this shit hurt. This shit hurt. Like he was fighting them tears hard as he could. His eyes would get watery, but he wouldn't let the motherfuckers fall. He was like, yo, and he was like, I don't even remember what he was saying, but he was like, he's just listening back to all his music and just like reminiscing over that time together, his life, who he was, uh, who they was to each other, the successes they made, and it was just like a lot. You know what I mean? And so I just remember that about Ray too, and that's why I fucked with both of them. That's why I see them as the only two that have his back, and I mean that. I don't mean nobody else, it or his label, none of that bullshit. Because I felt like Seven is in it for self. He, uh, something about him is after he was trying to get notoriety off of three, and he wanted to put his shit out before three. When three just died. Are you fucking serious? And Ray wasn't in the mood to be fighting nobody because he's fucked up. He just lost the best thing that ever happened to him. And then, and that's his friend. So he's trying to finesse Seven to tell him, like, I don't like the vibes that I get when I feel about Seven. I feel like when I look at Seven in an old interview, I feel like he couldn't wait to take his place. I'm just gonna say that's what I got. And I'm gonna leave it like that. So I feel some type of way. So yeah, short is a Scorpio. How you know that? How you know that, they love? How you know that, they love? Yup, short is a Scorpio. Yup, yup. So uh Yeah, I wanna know how you do that, love. But yeah. So yup. But uh I don't even know what I said. You got me off guard. You got me off guard with that when you said that. Like, yo, yes, Short is a Scorpio. He is a water sign. I wonder what made you say that. But yeah, yup. But uh, them two is the only ones that I personally saw that truly got his back. I do not trust that seven. Dud been too damn quiet. They not about sliding for them goddamn three. I don't even think they about that life for real, for real. Everybody keeps saying seven did this and that. They get in these people good graces, but I don't believe it. And if he did, then he did. But it don't make him a thug. Just because you did one thing don't make you no motherfucker thug. And it don't make you like, I don't know. People don't get my street respect just out of just because. I'm not like that. I think deeper. She talk about energy, raw plus behavior. We will go to eat, go to bat. You meant to say for you. Yeah, y'all. He went crazy. He lost his motherfucking mind on it. Yo, every time. Yo, this motherfucker do this shit every time. Like when he was like, I see clips of him on like different people's shows, and every time somebody speaks. So it's a lot of underlying beefs that be going on behind the scenes on this YouTube shit. Like motherfuckers be making calls and calling Sean G up on their platform and all that type of shit to go at people because they don't want to seem like the bad guy to go at the person. So, but anyway, so every time Sean G sees somebody going at Mo3, or even could be mistaken for them coming at Mo3, he go the fuck off. And by the time he finish, he be like, y'all motherfuckers gonna stop playing on my partner name. Like he be going crazy. Like I be thinking that motherfucker gonna have a goddamn heart attack or a stroke. He be going crazy. Like, yo, and so, and I remember one time, right? So it was right after the hip hop homicides. I don't know if y'all seen that, but if y'all seen it, y'all need to see that because y'all need to say what y'all opinions on that is because it was all bullshit to me. It was facts was scarce in there, but and they had all people that really ain't close to three right now talking on it or whatever. Like I felt like Sean G should have did it. He didn't do it. He said he couldn't do it. But I don't think I think you should have told him to come to you, and then he could have did it. Or maybe his lawyers advised him not to do it. I don't know. But yo, so but yo, so when we had seen it, it was the next day after the hip hop homicides came out, right? He was promoting it and everything. And so it was after the next day. So Sko went over there saying Sko was on there saying, whatever about three. And so was Duke Farrell, the biggest clout chaser ever, in my opinion. So, but anyway, on there saying something about Mo3. Yo, the boy from TMZ that be doing the show, he was like, have you ever been, he said this to Duke Farrell. He said, have you ever been accused of being a clout chaser? Then he gonna say, I'll go to the ends of the earth for Mo3. Like, shut your dumb ass up. I cannot, look, I cannot take him. I cannot stand him. I cannot take him. My YouTube husband love him, but I cannot take him and I cannot stand him. Yo, so anyway, um, what was I about to say about the hip hop homicide? Oh, so after it was over the next day, Sean would do a show daily. So he was gonna go up on there and say what he felt. His title was like, yo, Sky is Big Cap. That's somebody that used to manage him, like, let's say 8 years ago. But she's speaking like they was tight like yesterday. Like they was she was speaking as if three was the last person he talked to and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, like that. So so it was a lot of shit that Sean had a problem with because he know him, like, you know what I mean? And so he like Sky was capped and somebody, I don't know. And he just started going in and he just started getting worked. He's like, you know what? I'm mad. And then he was like, you know what? I'ma end this live. Cause yo, he's about to start snapping. They be like, yo, I ain't gonna be playing on my motherfucker. Like that's how he get, yo. He be losing his mind about three. He really do. That's my guy. Yo, I don't know. I love that shit. It ain't good for his health though. It cannot be good for his health. But I love that shit. So, but yo, that's my guy. How I ended up talking about three? Look, a side note, three wanted me to be talking about him. Three wanted me to be talking about him. When one of the times I was going to go live, I was like, what should I talk about? Yo, I be asking them what to talk about. Like when this thing had Shanquella on the thing, I asked, what should I talk about? And Shanquella did her thing for Shanquella. But usually three be coming up like, talk about me. I'm like, why? What? What do you want me to say about you? That's what I don't understand. But I end up talking about him. So he got his way, and now everybody talk about him. So yeah, but everybody the best friend or lover when someone passed. That's why I'm a be cremated. I don't want to hear. You still gonna hear them bitches lying. You still your spirit hovers right above. It's like that's the misconception that everybody have when they say, um, let me put it in. So that's the misconception that everybody have about dying. They think when you die, you're gonna be asleep in your grave, because something in the Bible teach you that. But that's lies. No, you're not asleep. The minute you die, your spirit leave your body before you drop. Like in Mo 3 case, before he hit that ground, his spirit was out of his body. Like so, his spirit was out of his body, overlooking himself, and then or whoever came and got them, because the person that meant the most to you in this world is the person that come and get you and escort you over there. Like that is the person that comes and gets you. Is like, so but that's the way it is. But yeah, you said I'm being silly. Yeah, yeah. But y'all, the lies of the next girl. That's family ain't gonna do my eyebrows. Go ahead, be looking like a dude in that box. You stupid. You stupid. Bro, I believe he was out of his body before he hit that. Yup, yup, yup. And is that true, three? Yup. Uh, You know, actually, um, that is part of my gift. I feel like when mm, how can I say this? When I have visions and I am actually the person, most of the time it is the moment, either the moment that their spirit leaves their body, the very fucking moment. And so I believe that I saw something when I said I seen a certain car, and I'm not going to say what type of car. I believe that was the moment his spirit left his body. So yes, before he hit that ground, his spirit had already left his body. Like I really believe that was him and his spirit. Like it's like I see through their eyes, their spirit's eyes. Like that's how I seen a lot of shit with Mia McConnell. Like I ain't just have dreams about her. I seen a minute her spirit left her body and she moved up in the front of the car. She was in the back of the car behind this crazy man that did this to her, behind that seat. And she moved up and to the front and she looked to the right and seen this person with a gray sweatshirt, which is the crazy man. He was in the passenger seat for some reason. So he had somebody helping him. This is what I try to tell, I guess I try to tell authorities, but they ain't listen. And then I try to tell her family, but her mom is too painful for her mom to deal with. And so what do I do then? What do I do when I know? It's more than the person that supposedly. So this man, this coward man that did this to me, took his life, and now it's two people that was involved with this shit that is going free, floating around this earth. Who knows what they gonna get into? But what do you do when you know it was more than one person? She literally came to me in a dream and told me this shit. It was more than one person actually involved. What do you do when you know this and nobody will listen? Like, I tried to go to authorities. I went to mama. I went to her mama after. Well, actually, I didn't just go to her mama directly afterwards. I I I went to the authorities, and then like, let's say within a month, I gave them a month or something to. So when then they says, uh, your lead was not needed or whatever the fuck they be talking about. And then I went to the mama, but I took a long time to go to the mama because I want to do that. Like, but I feel like Mia don't want these people to get away with murder. They was a part of the murder. So she don't want them to get away with this shit. And that's why she came to me in a dream and told me she drives a pink Altima and showed me I had already seen a vision. I don't know if that vision was before or after that. Hold up. Was that vision before or after the dream? Was it before? No, it was after. So afterwards, like within 2 days, and I drew all this shit out and said all this shit on my channel too. But within 2 days of the dream, so I know somebody drives a pink Altima. So you would think a girl would be driving a pink Altima. So it's a girl involved. And then I started asking questions with my rides. I also had a vision that I was Mia the moment her spirit left her body. And I moved up and looked to the right. I seen a dude with a gray sweatshirt, which was what the crazy man died in. The man who was responsible for all this, he died in a gray sweat. I didn't even know that. But look, so I looked up and seen him in the passenger seat though. So it definitely was somebody helping him. So then I looked to the left and I seen just a black entity. I couldn't see what they was wearing. I couldn't even see if it was a man or a woman. But I'm assuming that this could be the person in the pink Osmo, or this could be the other person. It was a man that was helping too. It was a woman and it was a man that was helping. Should I say their names and shit? No, don't do that. Okay. Okay. They told me don't say their names. But yeah, someone took my cousin. Let me see. They're not free, Ra. Someone took my cousin. He got a few years in prison. Over 20 years later, his only child and daughter drowned. But yeah, so we'll see. It's a situation like that too. It's like a woman and her fucking son is involved. So this stupid bitch went and helped this man with this girl. Like, how much low self esteem do you have about yourself that you gonna help a kidnapper kidnap a goddamn woman that's minding her own business? How low do you feel about yourself that you would help your man? I think it's her man. Is that her man? Yeah. That you would help your man kidnap a fucking girl and murder her and get your son involved. That's some whole shit. How low? How low do you feel about yourself? I don't feel sorry for you because that shit ain't cool. You took somebody's life. That's crazy. Like, how low? I hope they do pay because I'm sick of this shit. But yeah, so I do need to be stopping my life. I done went too far today. I done went in 3 hours. So I might use up all my shit. I got one more day, which is tomorrow, and then my new day start. That's when my minutes kick in. Right? Right. So I might use up my 7 hours after all. So I did 5 hours today. I was doing this like it was a job. That's right. But you know, Brian Washington is real. Hold up. You know, brainwashing is real, right? Regardless, they have to pay. Oh, I know brainwashing is real. A lot of us is brainwashed and don't even fucking know it. Like, religion is the biggest thing that is designed to brainwash the people. You have to have your own mind and think for yourself, no matter what it is. Don't let anyone tell you what you should believe, who you should believe in. Those are all decisions that you make from within you. Who you should love, what you should think about anything. That is all of your own thoughts. Don't allow anyone to sway that. And when you do, that is brainwashing, in my opinion. Yep. What'd you say? Why are you trying to get rid of hours? Cause I only got hours left on my stream yard, and I wanted to use all of the hours up. So I had 7 hours left on 7 hours and something else change left on my stream yard, and I had 2 days to use it up. So I might use them up. You never know. I might, but I don't know if I'm gonna be doing this shit this long tomorrow. But we'll see. But yeah, she's like, we all have choices. Stand on your stuff regardless of what you have to face. Exactly. Yes, you can explain the hours. Yes. So, but yeah, um, we all have choices to stand and face your stuff. Yeah. You see, look at my smart ass husband. Look, is it? Uh, look here, your hubby say, yeah, he be playing. Yes, he be trying it. Look, yeah. He look, he didn't went and played like 25 games and shit. He said, let me see if she's still on this shit. And then he said, yeah, she's still over here. Let me go drop by. Yo, he be gaming so bad. He was on the live with me today. He was on the live with me today. Yo, people would have thought he was calling me a bitch, but I know this crazy motherfucker was playing games. He's talking about bitch, just out of nowhere in the middle of the goddamn street. Cause he okay, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. So he was like, he was like, he just came out of nowhere talking about bitch, and everybody would have probably thought he just had like a Tourette's moment or something. Like, no, but he was playing that goddamn game. That's what he was doing. Yo, yo, do you ever compete in them competitions? 6 You should. You win good fucking money doing that shit. You could win good money. You could win $1 million doing some of that shit. You should compete. Shit, you never know. If it's meant for you, it's gonna be for you. You should try to enter them contests. Yes. So you could take care of your wife, okay? Look. Look, but you should though. I'm just playing. But yeah, you should. You should try. I don't know how that should go, but I know the real gaming competitions be, and they be paying good money when you win. That's right, Rob. Whatever is meant for you is yours. Yup, yup. That's like that song. What God has for me, it is for me. Yes. What God got for you, can't nobody take away from you. And they just want me to just like have faith, believe in this shit. I don't know. I be getting paranoid because I don't want to be stuck out here trying to figure out how to make it. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to have faith, but it's getting too close. It's getting too the breathing room is getting too tight. So I don't know. We'll see how I decide to move. I want to trust that this is the right move, but it's hard when your money's starting to dwindle down. Like I cannot. So, but yeah, yep. Yeah. I ain't hear that in a minute. I gotta go find that. I was up here listening to gospel with my ancestors like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, because I had this crazy dream that traumatized the fuck out of me. So I had to, me and my whole family had to get right. We had to get back to our sanity. You know what I mean? So you said say that right. That's why I don't want what nobody else has. I'll be like, God, can I have my stuff, please? That's cute. That sound like that girl. Remember Tyler Perry's movie? What the fuck is the name of the title? Uh, something about for color girls. Something about. It's a real long title, but yeah, that sound like that. Cause the lady like, hey you, this is Loretta Devine. She's like, come back here with all my stuff. She's like, so, but yeah, I wonder where she at. I wonder where she at when it's at the wire. Like that, it. Your faith is what a lie. You will be blessed. I'll pray it so, cause it's getting really fucking close. And oh no, I just don't want to be in limbo. I don't want to. I'm one of those people like I like to pay my bills on time. I don't want to be behind no months on no goddamn bills. I don't want to. I don't know. I just don't want to. I don't want to wait till I get to the point where I'm trying to figure out how the fuck I'm gonna make. I ain't never been that type of person. I always pay my bills in the month that they fucking do. I don't want to wait till I ain't got shit to be trying to make something happen. I don't want to. I don't know. You say that, but it's hard to live that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I don't got no disability or no shit to lean back on. I'm a person that always work hard for my shit. And so I don't know. I'm just getting worried. It's cutting it real close to be rebuilt, new, better, stronger. I know God rebuilt me all through this pandemic. God rebuilt me because I was on something different. Uh, I mean, I always walk from within my spirit, but this is when I first elevated all my gifts. Like that's when I first channeled that little girl, Summer, and well, my daughter. That's what I call her. But yeah, so this is when I first channeled Summer. Um, that's the first person I ever channeled. This is when I first was shown all this that you could literally teleport. That you that I literally was taken to Tennessee. I ain't never seen Tennessee. Um, about Warriors Pass State Park, which I later found out was that 2 days later. Um, yeah. So yeah, God is rebuilding me, and God is rebuilding me to help the souls that's over there. It's all designed for us to play a part to each other. Like the souls play a part to me, and I play a part to them, and we helping each other from the different realms to I guess to I don't know. I know mine's is to help them get justice. I don't know. Theirs is they feel like they obligated to protect me. Like some of them don't be getting rest because they feel like they supposed to protect me. And I'll be like, no, man, you don't get your rest. Like I'll be on their ass like, did you get your rest today? Like, cause they be going days without, but I'm like, how are you gonna ever function? How could you ever make sense of some shit and you ain't had no rest in 4 days? Like, how? Like, I'll be fighting with them and shit. Like, you gonna get your rest. You hear me? And then I'm like grabbing the rise, like I'm putting them in the headlock and shit. I'm like, I ain't playing with you, like fucking with them, like fucking with them. But yeah, but it's just that they feel like they obligated to protect me. Like they really think highly of me. Like I don't know what, but they think highly of me, and they feel like it's their job to protect me. But even if you feel that way, y'all could take shifts. Everybody ain't got to be up to protect me. Like some people could sleep, and some people could, you know what I mean, protect me. You know what I'm saying? They just gotta do shifts. Yeah. Yeah. You said Robbie like lay down. Look, I was like, I'm gonna get God to knock your ass out. Get his ass, God. Like, I be being silly. I'm so silly. I play too much. But I be literally saying that shit. Like, and God be like, yeah, I'm gonna get him like playing around. We be all playing this shit. Like, God came on this thing on the rides and told me something. Um, I guess mind altering shit. The first time God ever showed up on my rides and I knew it was God, I was listening to this gospel song and I was singing something in the gospel song. And I had sideways, I said, I said something like, let's say a month before, or maybe less than that, but when I was at my job and I said something like, I forgot what I said. Oh, I said, I wanted to know, I ain't gonna say what I said, because I don't know, I don't want to upset people. I don't want to make people think I'm trying to force my belief. Hold on, let me say that. Should I say something? No. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I don't want to make people think I'm trying to force my belief down their throat or trying to make them think that because God said it, you must listen to me or nothing like that. But yeah, so it was something that is got to do with my beliefs. And I said, I want to ask God this, but I don't want to ask it in my house because I don't want no bullshit to happen in my house or whatever, right? Because this after that other shit that happened. But anyway, so I said, I don't want no bullshit to happen in my house if it's wrong. You know what I mean? So, because it was the spiritual path that I'm going down. So anyway, so so when I asked that, God was like, look, so no, I never asked it. I never asked it at the job, but I refused to ask it in my house. So I was listening to this gospel song and they was singing and saying something about exactly what I said I was going to ask about. And God just put up the rods to say no, right? I was in the middle of a conversation with somebody else. I don't even know who I was talking to. I can't even remember. I no, I remember it was look, I'll tell you this. It was either Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., it was either Malcolm X, it was either the Black Panthers, or it was either Mandela or somebody. It was some I remember I was asking them all types of questions. I was asking them some type of question. So it was them that I was talking to before this happened. I said, oh, this is my song. And I started singing the song. And when the part that would explain what my question was, God just said no and kept it on a no to let me know it's not true what I had wanted to know about something. And God said no, like it's not true. Right? I didn't know this was God yet. I'm thinking it's one of them. I'm like, who did that? Was that you so so? Was that you so so? I'm going all through the people. I'm like, was that you, Michael? He's like, nope. I'm like, was that you, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King? Like, nope. I'm like, so So, so I was like, was that God? And they was like, yup. And I was like, oh shit. Like, because it was some mind altering shit that was said. So I'm like, damn. So God knew the question I wanted to ask and knew I wasn't going to ask it in my house. So since I was home with the pandemic and all, God answered it right for me, knew what I wanted to ask because I said it at my job at the time. Yeah, so that shit was crazy. So that was so dope. That's the first time. And then I had to find the way to label God and what's God's symbol to me. And my symbol for God is like because God always be trying to be diplomatic in every situation and anything. That's the thing I notice about God. So his sign and symbol for me, like to me, has to do with his diplomaticness. I'm like, you always trying to be diplomatic, like no matter what. Like, okay, so say if somebody was on the TV screen or something, I don't know. So say they was, I don't know. Say they was evil. Let's just say that. Say it was evil. And if I say to God, God, are they evil? Well, that's not true because God would say yes or no. Let me say this. Say it a different way. Say, I don't know. It's just like God will go back and forth and try to be like, God just don't know how to say yes or no. if God feel like it's like to the detriment of a person. So God will be like, I'm trying to think of a situation where you be like, and God will be like, yes, to try to be straight up, right? But they'll be like, no, like if you were saying somebody was a bad person or something, and God will go back and forth, and I'm like, you always play in the middle, God. You like you always try to be diplomatic, and that's how I end up making my symbol for God because of that. Because God be like, uh, always back and forth. God could never just rest and stand or say something negative about somebody, except for certain people. Like if I ask them, is this person evil? God will straight up tell me that. Like, yup, they evil. I'll be like, damn, yup. God will tell me that. Like, I asked that about that lady, about this lady that we was all believing in. Um, but that lady evil. I seen that though. I didn't really need to ask God that. I seen that in the bitch picture. Cause like I said, I could see through people, even through a picture. So I seen that the lady was evil. I know she evil. Like, when I see her picture, I see a evil bitch. Like I see a evil woman. So everybody was looking at her like they savior. Like, nah, I ain't worshiping that bitch. That bitch evil. Y'all can't see that? I could see it. Can't you see that? In my life is God blessed it to me. So I use my sight and ears. He gave me. Yup, yup. That sight will show us everything we need to know. And I keep seeing every time I see a picture of this lady that everybody like damn near worship, and it's all off of a scam. That's the sick shit. I'm gonna give you a little hint. I'm gonna give you a little hint. So this person became big off of Mo3 name, and we all thought this person was real. Like, and this person was not real. And this person is evil. And when I asked, is this person evil? God did say yes. But I already knew the person was evil because, like you said, the sight that God gave me showed me that. When I look at this person picture, I see an evil bitch. Like, I see that. I see that. So, yeah, yeah. Like, I damn sure see that when you say the sight because yeah. When I'm listening to people, I don't just listen to them. I listen with my spirit. Like, so it ain't just my ears. It's like with my spirit. Like, I'm not just listening. I'm taking you in and what the fuck you saying, what you not saying, and going in between. You know what we be talking about. But yeah. But when I seen a picture of this lady, yeah, and sometimes look when I seen the picture of this lady, I just knew she was evil. That bitch evil. That's what she lead with. Because whatever I see in you beyond your exterior, the first thing that I see is the biggest thing in you. And the biggest thing in her is that she's evil. And yeah, and then we later found out she evil because she threw away somebody that was living in her house. She threw away his dad ashes. What the fuck type shit is that? Crazy bitch. And then um So, and she tried to justify that, bitch. Ain't no justifying that. You an evil bitch. And so, um, so also when this lady would talk, I'll be like, yo, this bitch be just making up shit sometimes. Like, it's like you can't hide the truth from me. Especially if I'm looking at you as you're talking, like, so either way, if I was listening to you or I was looking at you, but if I'm looking at you, I can see it even more. So she was just like telling them stuff or whatever. Like, I'll be in there checking her out, trying to see, what's up with her. But I ain't worship her. These bitches be damn near falling at their knees trying to worship this bitch. And so, I wasn't doing that. I was filling the bitch out to see if she was real or not or whatever. But every time she'll just talk too much, I'll be like, sometimes I feel like she just be saying in her mind, I could tell these motherfuckers anything and they'll believe me. And she really be doing that. When I have that thought or whatever, it be really true. It's like if I say, sometimes I just think, yeah, it's really that. It's not that I'm just thinking that. It's really that. And that's what she be doing. Telling these people anything. Like all types of shit. And they be believing this shit. And they be ready to worship her. That's why I was glad that she got exposed. And my husband here, he know who I'm talking about. Because she got exposed on that guy platform. So yes, she got exposed for the crazy satanic rich like cult type behavior that she be having going on in her goddamn events that she be throwing. And these people was ready to worship her. And if these people could stay with her after that bullshit, why the fuck would you think you throwing up in the goddamn bucket would make you spiritual in some type of way? Why would you think God would want that for you? That shit don't even make no sense. Yeah, that bitch. Yup, yup. She evil. And the minute I see her picture, every time I see her picture, like when she pop up, you know how you hit on somebody's lives? If you hit on somebody's lives, like when she'll come up for her live, every picture I see of her, I see evil. I can't help what I see. It's God's gift to me. And it just warns me. This bitch is evil. And you know what's crazy? My uncle kept saying, you just make sure you be careful. If somebody, yeah, people might have gifts, but you make sure you be careful which place that gift come from. Like, I don't know. I felt like he was trying to warn me about her. But anyway, because he's a preacher. And I felt like he was trying to warn me about her. But look, I already seen that she was evil. I already seen it in the pictures. Every picture, she looked evil. Every single picture, she looked evil. And um, then she be just like talking. If she talk too much, I just get my analysis of people. And I was like, I think she just be making up shit. Like I can tell these motherfuckers anything, they believe it. And damn it, she don't. She be doing that. If you hear the shit she be saying, she do be telling motherfuckers anything, and they believe it. She be telling them that a lion was born from a monkey as a mama and a goddamn all types of shit. She be on some fairy tale crazy shit. And these people be coming to her events like throwing up in buckets and shit, and they think they came out renewed. You think that's spiritual? You think that's spiritual? Yeah, that bitch demonic. I don't even use that word, but she is. She's demonic. Yes, like that shit was crazy. They was sticking their hands down people's throat, making them throw up in the goddamn buckets. I'm gonna get it out, bitch. What? What the fuck going on here? That's the fuck. Like, yo, I just couldn't believe these people was accepting this shit as a spiritual experience, and they paid like $225 per ticket to come. That shit crazy. And hold up. Another thing that I know, so I'll be waiting for this bitch to come against me. But I'm gonna say this. I'll be waiting for this one bitch to come against me because the person that trapped her up and secretly caught all this and exposed her, that gave the shit to the guy's platform, because I know who that is. And the person that did that, because I'm spiritually gifted, so I just know shit. So the person that did that and exposed that, um, I'll be waiting for that bitch to clap at me because if she do, I'm gonna expose that bitch because she was in on that shit. She was down for the hustle. That bitch, um, Quatita told her to come down there so they could make some motherfucking money. She came with that bitch. Her intent was to hustle these fucking people right with her. I just think that when she arrived, that she had no idea this bitch as crazy as she is. She had no idea was this fucking crazy. So she was about to leave. She was like, oh shit. She was about to leave. She had second thoughts when this bitch was all trying to interact with her. Because she's telling her that your name bring big Your your name brings people. So she's gonna pay her this much to be there at the event. And so she wanted her to hustle the people with her. So she was in at first until she started feeling like this shit is crazy. So she was about to leave. Oh, and she exposed her for wanting some money from her. She actually exposed her in the process also for wanting money from her. And she felt some type of way that she said that in front of the people. But yeah, I caught all that shit. So so she was about to leave because she felt like this shit too crazy for me. And somebody convinced her to stay. And then she started staying acting like you laying hands on people, but you part of the hustle because you got your money for being there laying fake hands on people. Yeah, this shit was crazy, girl. Some crazy shit. So yes. And I'll be waiting for her to try to clap at me because she into trying to expose people that she think is fake as shit. So if she ever try to come at me, oh, I'ma come guns a blazing because I know that you was a part of that fucking hustle, bitch. I'm sure of it. So yes. So um and so I would expose that to her fucking viewers. That's what I would expose because she played herself as just a victim of this. But you was not, you came with the intent of hustling these people with this bitch. And you think I ain't know that. I caught that for the first time. For the first time I seen your channel. Yup. You say a stranger stick with her. Let me see. Yup. I don't think their gifts, their illusions, and mind games presented as gifts to real and the masses. Mm-hmm. You said why? Look, a stranger stick their fingers down my throat, going to draw back a dub. That's right. You sound like my mama with that shit. That's why my mama say that shit. Yo, she carry a straight razor. That's what my mom carry. Look, so anyway, um, and she'll tell you that you come up with a nut, motherfucker. Look, so I tell people all the time, leave us Cancerians alone. I say Cancerians because I don't ever want to be manifesting no goddamn cancer into my life. So that's why I say Cancerians because I feel like there's power in your words. And I just got a problem with that being the name of our sign. So I don't say cancers, I only say Cancerians. But yeah, that's why I do. So I tell people all the time, leave us Cancerians alone. We got no breaks and it will go bad for them. Not somebody laughing with you. Who's laughing? My ancestors. Ah. Was that somebody just did that 5 times? Yeah. Yeah. Yup. Oh shit. That's my people. But I can't tell y'all. I don't know. I don't be trying to live off of nobody else's name. But it's like my relatives that actually are big fucking name people. They had big names when they was here. But I just don't like to drop their name to try to get no motherfucking clout. But I cussed that bitch out. I cussed Cortina out when she tried to say that they was a sacrifice and all this bullshit. I like, come on down, bitch, with that bullshit. That's my motherfucking peoples. Like, yo. And but yeah, Rod, she know what it was you. Oh, yup, Rod, you right. Yup, yup, yup. But yeah, I don't know. Yup, my sister called me a verbal assassin. She be like, she be like, she leaves her all the way alone. Oh, she be like, leave her all the way alone. That's cute. I like that. That's I'm gonna start saying that shit. Leave me all the way the fuck alone, bitch. Okay. If somebody come for me and shit, and I be clapping back at them. I'm like, leave me all the way the fuck alone, bitch. Okay. Like, watch. I would take that. Yo, I would steal that. I need that. I need that they love. I'm using that. But yo, but yeah, yo. Uh, but me, I usually don't try to cut with words, but when I do, it's vicious, vicious, vicious. Like I ain't really much for the words. Once I get past the point of words, I'm really ready to swing. Like I ain't for the back and forth. I ain't really for the arguing. It's a point where it's just a point where I just be ready to swing. Like I went in, like this girl. Look, so we already be knowing who we gonna have a problem with too. So this girl, her name was uh Keisha. Fuck it, I'm saying it. So her name Keisha and shit, right? So um so we like when I first came back around. So I knew this girl when I was younger, but I ain't really fuck with her tough even when we was younger. Like so she always was trying to be up in the mix though. That's what I do remember about her. She always was trying to be up in the mix. So I was like, but anyway, so I when I first was around her after a long time, I had went across the street to where I'll be busting it up with people. And I was like, yo, I got a feeling. I was telling this lady that's about play Bob. I was like, yo, me and that girl gonna fight. Me and her, I don't like her. I'm not gonna like her. I could tell I'm not gonna like her, even though I knew her before. But I was like, I can't. I could tell I'm not gonna like her, and me and her gonna fight. I promise you. Mark my words. I could just see it. So she's like, what? Keisha? No, she's a nice person and all this. I'm like, yeah, all right, that's what y'all fucking think. So I was like, yo, we gonna have a problem. I could just feel it. So she like, so she's just like she can't believe I'm saying this about this girl. So it probably took about 6 months to a year. It could have been 6 months to a year. And we got it. I just had to let her know what the fuck I'm on, bitch. Let me let you know what I'm about. So we got into some shit because I just wasn't in the mood for her bullshit this day. And I told her, I tried to warn her because we always, that's one thing about a Cancerian. We will warn your ass before we fuck you up. We will warn you and be like, yo, don't get fucked up or some shit. We'll say something that is warning you, like, yo, you better leave me alone. I'm gonna punch you in your mouth. Like any fight I ever been in, if I started it or whatever, I'll be like, yo, cool out, I'll punch you in your face or like we will warn you. And I tried to warn her, like, yo, I'm not in the mood for your bullshit. It's that time of the month, and I'm ready to fight. And I'm letting you know, like, and then why was this bitch response to lock the motherfucking door? Now you know what would you interpret that as? I interpret that as you want to fight, bitch. So I attacked the bitch and we started fighting. And then, yo, so she was like, 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 all right, you got it, OG, you got it, you got it, you got it. Look, so that's when I stopped. Look, so later, then when I see the other lady that is like my play mom, I was like, I finally got it. I told you we was gonna end up fighting. I told you. I just knew it. Cause I just did not like her. We just be knowing certain people from a distance, we not gonna like them. We not gonna hit it off well. And it's gonna end ugly. Like you said, it's gonna end ugly. And that's what happened. But yo, her crazy ass, this bitch is crazy. Like we did all that. She wants to light up and smoke with me now every time she sees me. Like I'm like, this bitch is crazy. She just don't get what somebody don't want to be bothered with her. Like, but what I will say is she came through for me one time. I feel like I was fucked up and I was drunk as shit. And this man, I feel like, was probably gonna try to take advantage of me sexually and shit. Cause I was real fucked up. Like where I couldn't do nothing for myself, like that fucked up. And she was like, fuck that, I'm not leaving her. Like she was like, fuck that, I'm not leaving her. Look, so and that's why like later I was like, I was like, you know what? Thank you. That was some real shit, and I appreciate you. She like, yeah, cause and it was like I could hear what's going on, but I couldn't do shit about it. I was that fucked up. So she was like, why are you looking at her like that? She was like, why are you all looking at her like that? Like a fucking wild dog, that predator perv look like you was gonna do some sexually deviant shit. That's what the fuck she meant. So I could hear that shit, but I couldn't do shit about it. So she like, why are you looking at that? Like, no, 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 fuck that. I'm staying. And she stayed. He was trying to get her to leave. She's like, fuck that. I'm staying. Like, and so I had to give her respect for that. Like, you know what I mean? I like, thank you. I appreciate like, you would do the same for me. I like, I damn sure would, but I just did not think you would do that for me. And so thank you. I appreciate that. Like, you know what I mean? Yup, 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 yup. You stupid on her asses on deck with a beat down. I would like to think it was some true girlfriend shit, like, just looking out for girls because that's the thing that a lot of us girls don't do is look out for each other girls. For other girls, like, yo, these men be always trying to prey on us and always trying to take advantage of us, and the least we could do is look out for each other. That's how I feel. So, yeah. So, yeah. But yeah. Uh, yep, we know. We not gonna be cool with somebody. And I know off jumping, we gonna end up fighting too because I could tell when somebody got a problematic personality, like that we're gonna end up fist fighting. I could tell. And I was like, I ain't gonna like her. And the crazy thing is, I knew her when we was younger, but I didn't really know her. It's like I knew her through other motherfuckers. And I'm like, and so look, so I bought at the time, my two friends that I had grew up with, so they would know her. So, cause we all from around the same place. So I brought my two friends that I had grew up with around her. And then when one of them said it, they're like, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Remember I said I don't like her? I'm like, no, I don't remember that. But she was around us, so you had to like her to an extent when you let the bitch around us, because I didn't know her like that. I only know her because of you. That's what I remember saying. I only know her because of this person, the person that I grew up. So she was like, yeah, I thought I like her. She's like, you don't remember? And I'm like, no. And then she started talking about something I don't remember, but yeah, I don't know how I overpowered that bitch. Yo, we was in there getting it the fuck in. Look at it. So so I had overpowered her like, and she tried to flip me to like slam me or whatever. I don't know. Like flip me off of her. Flip me off of her. Like I can't explain it. But she tried to flip me off of her. Like use her body strength to try to flip me off of her. I can't even explain what I mean, but it might paint a picture for you. And when she did that, I kicked off the wall on this bitch on some Bruce Lee shit. Like it came down, bam, on the bitch. Bam. Yo, that shit was crazy. Yo, she is like, oh, you got, she just gave up. Like, fuck it. Like, she thought she had some chance to win. But I was not having that shit that day. Yo, that shit was funny. Yo, and our play because both this lady, we both look at this lady as our play mom. She sent the baby back there to go check on us and shit. She like go check on them because she heard shit like banging, like because we was getting in. She heard something like a loud. That's probably was me kicking off the wall because she tried to slam me and I kicked off the wall on her. It came, yo, some old crazy shit. Like that's another thing. I don't know how I know how to fight like that. I ain't never took no martial arts. I don't know how the fuck I know what I know. That shit must be from a past life. I really think it is from a past life because I don't know how I know the shit I be knowing how to do. I done flipped men by the head like they wasn't nothing, like light as a feather. Flip by their head and they on the ground. Like, damn, how the fuck I do that? And then uh like with her, I kicked off the wall to come back down on her. Like she was trying to get me off of her And I used what she tried to do to get me off of her against her and like on some old karate shit. Like how the fuck I know that? Like, yeah, I'll be on some other shit. Yes, I don't know. I think that shit is part of my past life. I think I was like a martial artist fighter or something, or karate or something, some type of shit. That one thing that is adrenaline kick. I kick the yo. I do that all the time. I don't even know where the fuck that shit come from. I kick off the wall on a nigga all the time. I'm talking about a man. If I fight a man, like I play fights a lot. I like to play fight. I don't really like the real fight, but I like to play fight. But like, uh, but yeah, if I have to real fight, I'm going to fight. But what was I saying about yeah, I don't know how the fuck I do that. Like, cause I'll be getting these men in this move. And before I used to get them in like some type of headlock from the front. So they always try to flip me or I can't explain it, but we be playing. But they'll try to flip me or try to like bang me into something. I don't know what the fuck I'll be doing. I'll be like climbing them. I'll be climbing a man and fucking them up at the same damn time. So so they'll be trying to get me off of them. And they'll try to, and I always be kicking off the wall and shit. Like that's what I used to be. Well, that's what I used to be doing. I ain't fought no man lately, but I used to. And it still could go down if they try me, but you know. So anyway, but but yeah, but yeah, and I always kick off the wall. I don't know where that shit come from. That's some old karate shit too. Like I always be kicking off the wall. I always know how to get them in this thing where I put my weight down where they can't get the fuck up and they way bigger than me, but I know how to make my weight work for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause I don't weigh that much, but I know how to make it work for me. Like, I know how to get them in places where it's hard for them to control my weight, and I put my weight down at the same time. Like, I don't know how I know all this shit. Yeah. She said, "Let me find out you Bruce Lee first cousin. You is the dickhead. Ah, you stupid. Yes, that shit is funny. Yeah, yes. I am crazy, girl. Something wrong with me. You gotta pray for me. Yo, hold on for a second. I'm gonna put it on mute for a second because I gotta blow my nose or something. 'Cause I feel like my nose is stopped up. All right, I'm back in effect. I'm back. This is a because can't serious think is science and math all the time, and that's how we fight. Like, yo, like I just couldn't. Yup, you true though. That's true. I was actually going to be when I was younger. I actually wanted to be actuarial scientist, which is a math scientist. That's funny that you said that. I was going to do that because they make a lot of money, and I always been a math whiz. Always, always been a math whiz. People used to try to teach cheat off my paper. Like, um, they used to like. I was a person that hung with the popular kids. Well, the popular kids hung with me because I ain't trying to be nobody's fucking. But the popular kids hung with me, but I also showed the nerds the same type of respect. And so, but the popular kids used to try to because they understood that I was smart because of the teacher, you know, because the math shit, they would try to cheat off my paper and shit. Also, this lady, hold up, let me bring this up. This lady, look, I'm so damn smart. Like, yo, I am nerd smart. That's probably why I treated them with respect because I could have very well been them. But I just wouldn't let nobody bully me. No, we gonna fight. So anyway, so So, um, so you probably don't use measurement instruments to cook. No, most people don't though. I don't know nobody that really do. I don't know nobody that use measurements to cook. I really don't, unless it's some specific recipe that you have to follow or something. But nah, I don't know nobody that use that. So yeah. So but yes. What was I about to say about? So I forgot. I just forgot. I just forgot. Uh, what was it about? I don't know. I don't know. People do that. Oh, that. So this math teacher that I'm this smart. So this math teacher, like I was like in a bad place at this time in my life. I was a teenager though, but I was in a bad place. And so I didn't give a fuck about school at the time. But I was so smart that my ass used to go to school on Mondays and motherfucking Fridays, and I still passed all my goddamn classes. And in math, I aced that shit. Okay. So I go to school on Monday because they're gonna tell me everything I'm gonna learn all week. And then I go to school on Friday because I know they're gonna give me a test. And I will fucking ace. And they be like, how the fuck she get A? She don't even fucking be here. Like they be hating. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You a hater. Like, so anyway, right? so 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 anyway, right? So one time the teacher was like, so the teacher, you say about being gifted a man. Yeah, yeah. So the teacher was like, um, it wasn't even me talking. It was this girl named Tamika and back at me talking. And we was in high school. She actually was clowning the teacher talking about her socks with like the lady from the Muppet Babies and shit. Nanny from the Muppet Babies. That's for the old head. Nanny from the Muppet Babies and shit. And she like, yo, those socks are like, look. And she's cracking up, falling on the ground laughing and shit. The lady, the girl. So the teacher gonna turn to me and try to make it like it's me. So she gonna say, would you like to teach the class? And then look, I said, I don't mind if I do. So I goes up. She tried to make me the person talking when I wasn't even the person talking. The girl on the floor laughing is the one that's talking. So anyway, so so I goes up or whatever, and I'm like, y'all, all you got to do is take this and times that by that and this, and you got this. That's it. And they like, oh shit. Why she ain't fucking say that? Why she ain't fucking say that? They're like, she don't even fucking know how to teach. Fuck that. Like, yo, the teacher was so mad. She was like, get out. She put me out and shit. The bitch tried to fail me. I'm like, and then I had went to my the person that ran the program that I was in, and I like, Miss White, she trying to fail me. She tried to fail me in math. And first of all, this is the second semester, and I got an A the first semester. I know how, I learned in elementary school how to factor out my grades. So even if I would have got an F and ain't do shit, I still would have got a C because I had an A in the beginning. So she's like, well, go to her and say exactly what you're saying to me, but try to lose the attitude. Say it calmly. And if she don't change her grade, you come back and I'm gonna go see about that shit. And I was like, all right. And so I went there and I was like, say the same thing. And she didn't want to do it in front of my face, but she had to change my grade and gave me a B. The bitch tried to give me an F because I showed her up in her own class and taught her class. She the one who put me up to the shit. She gonna say, would you like to teach the class? And then when I taught the class better than she could, she was mad. Yes, that's how much of a nerd I am. Yeah. Yo, yes. But that's like, oh, that's it. Like they just got it instantly. Like the thing is, the problem with a lot of teachers, they be trying to complicate the shit. You should simplify the shit. You need to simplify everything that you teach it as simple as possible. And it just makes it so much easier to learn. Right. Yup. Hmm. But yeah. 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 Oh, oh, me and you guys to hook up. You I don't know if you got that or know how to do that. You ever came up on somebody platform they love? Have you ever um tried came up on somebody platform? Because I would love to stop this live and just talk to you. Because we just talking. Yeah. So yeah. Because Charlize taught me how to do that. But yeah, you did a few times. So let me drop the link again. And then you can hit that, and then I'll stop the live, and then we could talk outside of this. It'll be like, all right, you'll understand when I get. Wait a minute, invite, yes. So hit that link, boo, and then I'm gonna stop the live so I can save my minutes. I'm gonna stop the live, and then I'm gonna that's crazy. I was trying to use the minutes, now I'm trying to save the minutes. I done really went in today. I went and I was in rare form today with this goddamn YouTube shit. So you hit the link and go come up and whatever. And then I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say my goodbyes, and then I'm gonna keep you on the line and stop the live, and we can talk like that. Hmm. Yeah, but we'll see if you want to come up. If you do, okay. Here I go.
Can you hear me?
Hey, boo. Hey,
Hey,
boo.
hey.
It's nice to
You
hear
are
your voice.
hilarious.
Yes, it's nice to hear your voice. Yes.
You too.
And so let me say my goodbyes on here, but I'm not telling you to get off. Don't get off. I'm going to stop.
Okay.
I'm just saying I'm just keeping it professional. So
Okay.
so thank y'all for being here. We appreciate you kicking it with us. I appreciate your time. Please like, subscribe, comment, hit my cash app, support your girl, help me survive, all that good shit. Love y'all. Thank you for being here, and peace.